Right,
I missed all the fighting last time. I want to get into a fight like right away.
last week on Storm King's
Fight the
Thunder,
Oracle.
you guys had continued your exploration of the Eye of the Allfather, a shrine dedicated to Anum, the god of all giants in the Forgotten Realms. You had sought out the wisdom of the Oracle, and solving a very tricky puzzle trap, you were able to access a portal that took you into the inner sanctum of the Oracle. There, you found the dead body of a cloud giant and his spoopy but friendly ghost that was hovering nearby, who volunteered to serve as a translator between you and the Oracle. The circle of magic that you must stand in to ask the Oracle questions is surrounded by 6 statues, one representing each of the 6 most common giants of the Forgotten Realms. Each was holding out a lantern lit by a continual flame. Each time you asked the Oracle a question, one of those lanterns would burn out. We ended the session with one lantern still lit, giving you guys an entire week to decide what you wanted to ask. So
I don't think we did.
Well, you see, Crash,
Never did.
when
All
you're
right.
given a chance to ask anything.
Bullshit happens.
All right, so my recommendation to you is if you cannot decide on one, everyone rolls a d100, and whoever gets the highest d100, you just ask that question.
Ooh, I like that idea.
You could put
idea.
all the blame onto RNGesus.
Yep.
And
Right. It could
Alright.
be any question.
All right, everyone roll.
Yep. Everyone roll. I'm down.
Oh no.
Woohoo.
all right, who are we waiting for? Oh, there he is.
Oh, Karak.
All right, no one interrupts. Sergeant Carrick, go stand in the circle and ask the final question. Do not, for any second, worry about if it is the right question or what the others will think, because we've all agreed that RNGesus is guiding you.
Do it.
That's the power of religion.
Do it.
All right, there you are.
What are the locations of all of the leaders of the various giant clans?
Oh shit, that's a baller question. All right, give me just a second, and I will tell you. There's like a loading symbol that appears, I guess.
It's the Technicolor spin wheel.
Yeah. Let's see.
It's actually not a bad question at all.
Yeah, that's a hype question. Let's see.
In their beds.
Yeah. The first 5 questions, no evil genie. This one, for sure. Okay. Where are they? Yeah, I am authorized to answer that question for you.
Right
So,
behind you.
yeah, let's see. Where are the Oracle
While
answers?
while he's looking that up, I just thought of something. That Remoraz that ate Ias would have gained 4 health points from eating the good berry. Finish that battle.
Oh, we got.
All right, here you go. Any other Storm King's Thunder's DMs would probably flip out because they're like, you should only tell them 1 per question. But I'm going to tell you all the giant leaders where they're at. Chief
We'll pay for it later.
Chief Guh travel
Good.
south over tree, hill, and vale. Let the river be your guide. There, on one of its eastern arms, you'll find Grudhog, the den of the hill giant chief. The conch you seek is close to her. All right, so I'll post these into Roll20 chat in case you
Oh, thank you.
would like. Yeah, duh.
So
We have the technology, folks.
I was typing it furious.
Yeah. All right. Thane Kyalithica travels southeast o'er lands high and low. across the great forest to the gray peaks and search for Deadstone Cleft, canyon of the stone giant Thane. The conch you seek is in her possession. I feel like horn would have been cooler, but because conch is such a weird word.
It's
Well,
a
they're
it's
fans,
conch.
so-
It's a horn. It's like it's one of those like conch shells that they blow.
I know,
use phones with.
but like colloquially, I think horn would have
Yeah.
sounded better.
They are
They're fans of
giants. What do they
SpongeBob.
need? What do
They're
they need
SpongeBob
giant
fans.
seashells?
It's Magic Conch.
Oh,
know.
true. It has a little pull string on it.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Get outta
that's canon. There is a pull string on it now.
Get out of here.
All right. Jarl Storvald. Travel west o'er mountains to the sea of moving ice. There among the glaciers you'll find Svarborg, the burg of the frost giant Jarl. The conch you seek rests in his icy throne. I'll be honest, all of these sound like dope-ass adventures that I would love to go on.
Sparborg.
Duke Zalto, also known as King Zalto, but maybe it's King. Maybe his first name's Duke. I don't know. Travel east o'er mountains and snow to distant spires. There, on a cold mountainside, you'll find a village of yak folk, and below that, Iron Slag, the forge of the fire giant king. The conch you seek is in his quarters. Dang, Oracle, you just handing out that information.
If only we had a bard.
Countess Sansuri. Let's see. Countess Sansuri. Look to the sky for Lin Armal, the castle of the cloud giant countess. The conch you seek is in a secret chest in the highest spire.
So that's a cloud giant one.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. A place we can fall from.
Yeah, that
Yes.
sounds great. That sounds ideal.
If only we could all fly.
I know, right?
Oh wait, hold on. I forgot I can't fly.
All right, and of course, the last leader of the giants, the Oracle cannot tell you, because it is
Because
blocked.
that's the. Yep.
Yep.
Because we asked about the storm giant last week. I think that was the first one we used, or like the second one.
Well, with the Hecate being gone, wouldn't it technically be his daughter that's the leader now?
No. Is he dead? We don't know.
Now you do see
We don't know one way or the
Harshnag.
other.
You do see Harshnag is riding up a storm. He has pulled out a scroll case and is drawing something on it while you guys were discussing what question to ask. It is like a post-it note sized piece of paper to him, but it is quite large to you guys.
It's like a map.
Maybe.
You good, Harshnag?
He looks up from his work and says, yes, I had a premonition that I should write this down in case I don't get the chance to later.
Harshnag dreams of being king. I can tell.
All right. So what now? The last light dies out.
I attacked the Oracle.
Okay. The
Oh,
Oracle is the whole room, so you
yep,
just start attacking
yep.
the room?
I stamp my feet. Take that floor.
Mm.
No,
Mhm.
no.
All right, give me a saving throw versus death.
Is that a spell? Nope, just death.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
We already take the items off of the body.
Yes, we did. We
Oh
got.
yeah, we need to sort out the magical stuff at some point.
We already did. The only magical thing was the breastplate and the stone.
Right.
Salem
I meant
kept the stone.
ownership. Sorry.
Oh, Salem just kept the stone and pushed the
Well,
rest of the
yes,
stuff outside.
ownership of the breastplate we were
Yeah.
discussing.
Who's gonna
Oh,
get better
also,
use
I
out of
had
that?
this super cool music that I wanted to play for the Oracle, but I thought it would be too distracting in the background. I'm gonna put it on while you guys figure out what to do next. So,
Okay.
okay.
All
I
right.
feel like it's gonna
Let's,
be like something funky.
All right. Well, are we gonna take?
Ah, good choice.
Yeah.
Master Chief.
Well,
He
I
just-
guess let's.
Breaks in through the ceiling.
I guess we should bury our boy here, and we do got to kill his dad. I think he said, right?
Yeah, that's the only way to set him
Put him
free
to
is
rest.
to slay his father.
All right. Harshnag moves into the circle and picks up the body of the fallen.
Thank you.
All right. Good job, Harshnag. Why do I feel like we're about to board a spaceship and go blow someone up?
We are. Hopefully,
that is the ultimate
Zephyros is
goal,
outside
so-
waiting for us.
I think we were talking about it either being
I thought he was
Carrick
just
or
dropping
Egan
us
who would
off.
benefit.
Yeah, I know. It's a joke.
Is that a horse? Oh no, that's the arm of a statue.
No, that's your mama.
Remember, you could control plus about 400 times to maybe see your miniature in some detail. So.
No, I got it. I'm good. I was looking at the statue arm over here because it looked like a horse's head for some reason and its foot sticking out.
And that's the danger of the
So
theater
weird.
of the mind. So.
If I start walking around along the edge, I'm just curious because I hadn't
Yeah.
really explored the room. Is there nothing else to the room? It's just the statues and all that?
Well, the room features, see, beyond the thundering archway, hexagonal chamber whose walls rise 50 feet before tapering to a 90-foot high apex. Standing in each corner of the room is a life-size statue of a giant holding up a heavy iron lantern with the one arm raised. Each giant, blah blah blah, corpse on the ground. Yeah, I mean it's well constructed. The stonework is, expert level. But it is very simple. There's not a lot of adornments or embellishments. The focus seems to be on the circle and the statues themselves.
Okay, gotcha. I was just curious if there was anything because I didn't know
Yeah.
exactly how large the room was.
Oh, it's big. Yeah, it's a big room.
Do we get the feeling that this doorway is actually teleportation, sort of?
It is,
Stargate
and you also get the feeling it only stays open for an hour. So I'm going to assume that any second now you're going to be trapped in here forever.
Okay. Harshnag, you ready? Everybody ready?
Yes.
Come on, Salem.
Is it all right if I just float along with you guys? Is that
Oh,
Yes,
yeah.
absolutely. In
Okay.
fact, I already have a ghost with me, so you can be my second one.
I'm not sure if I could actually leave this place, but I wouldn't mind poking around.
Hey,
Well,
maybe you're
take your
maybe you're
body with
tied
you.
to your Hearthstone thingy.
Yeah, this is a good test to see if I'm tied to my remains or tied to the place of my murder.
All right.
Very good
On the
question.
count of three.
All right.
1, 2,
2.
Salem flies through.
All right. Salem flies through first. I'm gonna hero stack everybody, so
Yeah.
because I don't want you to get stuck in the wall like last time.
What wall? I don't remember seeing Dark Swirls.
Yeah. Let's see. Here we go. I'm actually just gonna roll 20 teleport you over.
Yeah.
There we go. As you appear, those of you with dark vision / decent perception, you hear and see the shuffling sounds of the walking dead south and west of your current location.
The walking. That's weird. Did we leave zombies?
Undead.
Did
Yeah.
we leave something unfinished?
Everybody get ready. Everybody get ready for battle.
What is
Are they
this?
giant size or are they?
Oh,
like,
they look like the
humanoid
Uthgard barbarians that you saw earlier, actually.
Wait, the ones we let go?
Kind
Oh.
of. Yeah, I mean,
Alright.
Them?
give me an intelligence check to see if you can recognize them.
Just a
if
straight
you'd
up
like,
ability?
yeah. Otherwise, it's or investigation. Sorry, give me investigation.
Meh.
Investigation is your brain putting together clues. Carrick, you recognize each and every one of these people that was alive, at least a couple hours ago, to the best of your knowledge.
Well,
They look like they were killed recently. If you didn't know any better, you would say that they had been fried by electricity and then reanimated.
No.
Do we have time to cast spells? Are they coming up?
Nope,
Are they
that
coming
is
right at us?
that is what initiative is for.
Wait, electricity?
Yeah.
All right. So
I didn't know
they
if they were heading towards us or not.
Oh yeah. As soon as you guys appear, they all kind of turn their glowing eyes and hungry maws in your general direction.
Guys, you know
Okay,
what
then I
uses
was
electricity?
down here then. I was like, right there.
I think Carrick and I are pretty small. We're so afraid we may shrink.
Oh, your minis are really small. It's really cute.
Oh, well, look at them. They're
I mean,
kids.
that's what happens when it's cold, you know? Like, I hear.
Your muscles shrink.
Yeah, there you go.
You-
I mean,
all of them.
no, guys, there's shrinkage. I'm not normally this big.
Yeah.
They're like that new commercial with Jason Momoa where he's taking off his muscles.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
All right. I gotta turn up Egan. I could barely hear the sweet baby this week. All right.
On a different note. Guys, you know what uses electricity?
What?
Storms.
yes.
Ooh,
Very
yeah.
insightful.
As he says that, your attention is drawn to Lars? Question mark. Humping the ankle of this statue. What are you doing over there? How'd you get over there so fast?
It's in the chat.
What Lars scattered into the dark upon.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. Fair enough.
Scattered, he disintegrated. You
So
Alright.
he broke into multiple pieces.
I guess Lars,
fell
save
across
it
the
throw
floor.
against death to avoid shattering. Scattering to pieces. No. Focus. Alrighty.
Oh, good initiative.
You never learn. You never learn.
Yeah, you never stop doing that. You're gonna die.
All
for real
right,
today.
Sergeant Karak Boragash, hot dice tonight. What are you gonna do?
Yeah.
Oh, I totally forgot to roll initiative. I was caught up in the death save. I'm so sorry.
God.
Even if you do better than Sergeant Karak, he gets to go first. Okay. All right, Sergeant Karak, you still get to go first because it's seniors' night. 30% off your bill at Denny's. All right, let's do this.
Oh, only Denny's.
Yeah, only Denny's. There's only one Denny's in the whole of the realms. It's in Waterdeep. So.
And Ponderosa.
Alright, I'm going to move forward. And I'm going to hold a produced flame for the first zombie that rears its ugly head in my direction.
All right.
And that's my turn.
Move up, holding an action. Got it. Look at these other clowns not rolling into initiative. Come on, guys. All right.
Yeah.
Gyoza, you're.
I've now turned into a check mark.
This is the best map. I started to convert this map over, and I was like, nah.
Oh my god.
Yeah. I was like, nah.
If you converted it, Crash, I imagine like it would be the Beholder map where you constantly had to like switch maps,
Oh, yeah. It would be.
but it's all just one long haul. And now we're going to the next part of the hall.
So, Gyoza, what would you like to do?
I will move here. I will summon Lilo and Stitch, the dire wolves,
Mm.
and I will also bonus action dire wolf.
It's a lot of dire wolf activity. Do you have access to dire wolf sheet?
I'll find out. You go ahead, and I'll let you know if I don't.
Okay. I mean, I've got the sheet right here. I'm going to double check. You do not. So, hold on. I just need to go through and spend like 15-20 minutes giving you all of the animal forms again. Alright. Was this one of the forms that got enhanced by your armor?
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
you
but,
you
not
should
my-
have that. You should have access to that one, right? So the summon one will be in the beast folder.
Okay, thank you.
There you go.
All right.
You want me to drag him
I
in, or
don't
you
see
got him?
either.
I'll,
There you go.
oh, thanks. Yeah, I'll take him.
All right, and we'll put like a little green check. Oh god, never mind. You guys will have to figure out which one is Gyoza.
Yep. You don't know. You don't know.
All right,
Just, you know,
Neither does Gyoza. Gyoza doesn't know either.
all right. You rolling these Wolfos into initiative?
Yeah. Sorry.
Okay. All right. Anything else from Gyoza? Oh, you're still rolling them. Got it. Okay. All right. Anything else from Gyoza?
That's it.
All right. Uthgard Zombie. Number 1. Or number 15, I guess. Oh, you way over there. Okay. It's gonna move. And move again. I think they have a 20-foot speed. I should have this memorized by now, yeah. So that's as far as they get. Larionis, you're up.
Okay, so I actually can't see any.
Then you're
So-
safe.
Yeah. Lars is gonna. Oh, there they are, lit in the. Okay. I'm assuming I can't see this one because I'm guessing that this is a giant statue right here and not just fancy work on.
Yeah, it's got huge legs and all that jazz and whatnot. And there's a thing that it's on, and yeah.
I will cunning action aim,
Okay.
and I don't know at what. I'm just gonna ready a shot if I see a bad guy.
Okay, that's cool. Lilo, you're up.
All right. Lilo is going to hold a dash action.
All right. Holding a dash action. Interesting. All right.
Oh, what's that ever-burning arrow thing on your sheet, by the way, Lars?
They cast continual flame on an arrow.
Gotcha, that's right. I saw that the other session. I was like, what is that?
I have lots of hidden talents on my character sheet.
Ho, mysterious.
Oh.
One day I'll have those.
Yeah, maybe. Let's see. Okay. What? I'm trying to be supportive here. Oh, that's why it's doing that. Okay. Oh yeah, that's good stuff. All right. Zombies. Where are you? Zombie number 12. You're up close. There we go. This I will be happy to get back to a normal sized dungeon. Like, this dungeon is so weird. All right. Marcus, you're up.
Yeah. I am going to move up, draw my sword, and which is a rare occurrence. So
Super
consider
rare,
yourselves
right?
lucky to see such an instance. Some all out of wand
Yeah.
charges. And I will go ahead and I will ready a I'll ready an attack against anyone if they come within melee range of me. And that's it.
Okay. That brings us to another Uthgard zombie. Let's see. That's as far as it can go. Easy. Alright. Same deal. 25, 35, 40. Alright. Harshnag. Alright. Harshnag curing the bodies of the body of the guy over his shoulder. he's going to, let's see, move to here. And I guess... I don't think he can reach. I don't think he has a 15-foot reach. I think it's only 10, despite his tremendous size and the fact he's using a great axe. Makes a lot of sense. Let's see. Yeah. Alright, then I guess he will just hang out there and
Throw your axe.
ready in action.
Throw your axe.
He wants to get a couple swings off this time, you know? Like, but I guess if he's ready
Oh,
in
yeah.
action, yeah, might as well just throw a rock. Nah, he'll take he'll hit him with the axe when he gets close. All right, let's see what we got here. All right, Elf Shadow, you're up.
He said elf shadow dodges.
Okay. Egan, you're up.
Egan will walk forward and also take the dodge ram action.
Okay.
Can you hear me? Okay. good.
Oh, I can hear you.
Yeah.
All right, you're gonna move forward, take the dodge action. Let's see. Igeron's ghost is going to. I mean, he's basically invincible. So, let's see. I guess he will move forward. A bit. He'll go this way, and he will turn ethereal. So I guess that.
Good for him.
All right. You hear a bloop, bloop, bloop sound.
Oh no. He's returned from being pancaked. Stronger and better.
Yeah. As you guys sort of look around, all of the hair, or in two of your cases, the fur on your bodies begins to stand up on end, as though charged with electricity. You hear a very deep, rumbling laughter that at first sounds an awful lot like Claw Yilia Matar. The laughter echoes through the massive chamber and seems to emanate from in front of you. You see the shimmering of something large, dare I say gargantuan. Yeah, large and in charge. Start to sort of predator style come into view as it crawls down the chest of Annam, holding on with its four claws and its tail lashing back and forth, its bat-like wings fanned very wide. As it appears, you see a gargantuan blue dragon. Its massive,
Did you send Matters after us?
bony horn protruding from its head. It is crackling with blue lightning from around its mouth. And as you ask the question about Mados, its deep laughter just gets even louder. Just sort of a rolling chuckle of just great strength and depth. The voice speaks. It's so nice to see you again, Sword Saints.
Yeah.
I'm a huge fan of your adventures. Ever since you ran off that pathetic green dragon in the ruins of Thunder Tree. How interesting your journey has been. How delightful your adventures. to watch and manipulate. But now, I fear the journey must end for you. Madas could not do what I needed done, so I must do it myself. And her mouth crackles with electricity, and she fires the biggest fucking lightning bolt you have ever seen.
Is this magical? Is this a spell?
It is a breath weapon. Sweet characters. Before she does, she will probably fly into a good position to nuke as many mofos as possible. Alright.
Oh, you said you didn't want us to TPK.
I know, like,
I say a lot of shit, you know what I mean? Like,
He does.
yeah. Alright.
If she moves, Lilo's going
It's
to
all in good.
use her dash if you'll allow it.
Okay, use your dash. She
Alright.
starts to move. What were you readying your action for? You're readying to dash if what now?
Yeah. She was. I didn't specify.
Oh,
So-
and unless it's specific, you can go after the triggering effect, not before. In order to supersede a triggered effect or a triggered action, you have to be very specific about it. So if you were like, I'm gonna dash if anyone gets close to me or something, that would be suitable.
Yeah, it was gonna be if someone mounted or to provide flank was in my head.
Oh, I gotcha.
So I don't know.
All right, but neither of those are being met, right? You're not providing flank, and you're not being mounted. So
Yeah.
All right. She will fly over here, and land. As she does, the ground beneath her feet just crumbles under the weight. She opens that crackling maw, and she vomits forth a 120-foot long, 10-foot wide beam of lightning. All right.
Ouch.
All right. So, if you are in that, it's going to hurt super bad. Hopefully you guys capped off those HP.
Any sort of saving roll? We need to
This is dexterity.
Okay.
Oh no.
What am I coming back to?
Oh wow, yeah, you really walked away at a bad time. Like, an ancient blue dragon just appeared from invisibility, announced like that she'd been spying on you since the ruins of Thunder Tree. Gave this big long. You're gonna just have to watch the
The
VOD,
stream.
man. Yeah, you're gonna have to watch the VOD because I'm not gonna do it again. All right, so those of you in the lightning, you need to make let's see, dexterity saving throws.
The first one was mine. The second one was Stitch.
Okay. Here's the damage. 91.
Oh, wow.
That's a big lightning bolt.
Yeah.
I think Marcus has lightning envy.
Oh. Well,
Oh my god, I said I was flying. Because I said I flew through, but I don't remember saying I landed. Oh well, that's my fault. I'll just take it.
All right. So, assign your damage accordingly. Your buddy Harshnag has to make a save as well. Let's see. Oof. He takes the full amount.
hey Crash, I got a technical question.
Sure.
Can I use a reaction in the middle of the damage, like when the form drops and I'm able to cast spells again? Can I use a reaction?
Are you hoping to use absorb elements after dropping out of your B-shaped form?
Yeah.
Can druid use absorb? It's a great question. Let's see. Post up the spell.
Alright.
Alright. It all comes down to timing, essentially. Alright, let's see. The spell captures some of the incoming energy, lessening its effect and storing it. One reaction which you take when you take acid, cold, fire, lightning, or thunder. So technically, you are taking the damage twice. Once in your wild shape form, which dies. Then the leftover damage is applied to your physical form. So your physical form, which is the human form that's able to cast spells, would then be able to cast absorb elements.
Alright. Then I will do that.
I'm just gonna go out on a limb here. I know I missed the speech, but
Mhm.
I'm gonna just. I'm inferring that this is a baddie, a bad guy.
Oh my gosh. Look, I don't know what to tell. I don't know what you were doing, but like, this is like one of the biggest reveals of the entire campaign.
If we're gonna be just throwing things out there, Crash, am I still flying technically when I said I flew through?
I mean, you said you were flying.
And I never said I landed.
Okay, what did you say? What elevation you were at?
I did not.
Okay, so what elevation are you normally at?
Usually around 20 feet.
Okay, then you would have gotten a hit.
Okay.
Because she would have pulled a Marcus and shot low and up to get you and Salem. Because it works both ways.
But then
So-
she would have
Signature
missed
move.
Harshnag.
Now, I will say this. The lightning breath looks exactly like the lightning that you see every single day fired out of Marcus's wand.
I mean, it's not like I haven't been hit by it before. So,
Yeah.
hey.
All right,
But hey, if we're going by those rules, it means it missed Harshnag.
Hey, Crash, what's my...
How
she
did it
shot
miss
up.
Hartnett? He's 20 feet high.
Oh, is he 20? Oh, because
Yeah.
she's angling up to hit 20 feet.
Oh my gosh,
And
guys.
he's further away.
I think it works. It can fly.
All right,
I
all right.
think it
Yeah,
works.
I'm out. All right,
I
we're
want no
good.
part of that conversation.
Yeah. So, does anybody else want to take this very dramatic moment in this huge campaign reveal by A, wandering off and then wanting it re-explained when they get back, or 2, trying to rules lawyer every bonus they can get, or 3, trying to finesse some sort of weird flying that they didn't mark on their miniature or anything else like that before we continue this combat any further?
No, but I'm
No?
gonna,
Are you sure? Okay.
I'm gonna fail at death because I fell.
Okay.
Because I
Then
was
you.
flying.
All right. Its turn is over. Salem, you're up.
I have to roll a death save. Because 91 hit points hit me hard.
Yeah, I'd imagine.
I just want to point out, I wasn't asking for a recap.
I'm dead.
I was joking about the baddie thing
Okay.
because I want to
Wait,
shoot
you're
it
dead?
with my
How are you
reaction.
dead?
Oh, no, I'm sorry.
That's 2
that's
failed
a fail.
saves on Salem.
Yep.
All right. That brings us
I'm
to the Blue Dragon's turn. Let's see. The Blue Dragon is going to use a legendary action. Let's see. Oh, that's hype. Okay.
Lilo also disappeared.
No. Oh yeah, I didn't. Yeah, I don't think you could have made the concentration on that. That'd be kind of rough. All right. She is going to. What's the reach on this tail? She's pretty big. 20 feet. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, you're just outside of it. She will use 2 legendary actions to do a wing buffet and fly forward. That's what she'll do.
Oh, she's propelling herself. She's smart.
Yeah, so she will land right up on all this noise.
Clever girl.
All right, if she's gonna land on us.
Yeah.
All right, I'll take my
Crash,
ranged
as she's
attack.
coming in, would
Uh-huh.
could I release a
Well, you were readying a
Release
shot
the,
against a target that got within
zombies.
range, right? Oh, against zombies?
well, I'd say
You-
zombies because that's what I thought was here. But
Yeah.
could I, since once she comes in range, could I then
Yeah.
release that?
You could have done it already because you were readying an action. You could have gone after her turn ended. So you could have
Okay.
gone like during Salem's turn, for example. So yeah, go for it.
Okay. Let's see.
All right. Marcus, 25
13 for
is
8.
really good. She is going to use her reaction to shield it.
She shielded my sword.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, 3 or 4.
You know what? Actually, nah. She'll take the hit. She'll take the hit. You draw crackling blue blood from a slash across her ankle.
Beautiful.
All right. So that brings us to actual Sergeant Karak Borgash's turn and the top of the round.
Alright. Well, now that she's landed and is within actual striking distance,
Yeah.
I'm going to hit her twice, or at least try to,
Okay.
with the Rod of Anauroch.
Was Lars readying an action?
I'm guessing that's a miss.
Oh yeah, that's totally a miss.
Alright, let's try again.
Don't forget, guys, she did shield herself, so that's
No, I undid the shield. She did not shield it. She took the damage from Marcus.
Never mind. That's 6 health, man. Could have been life or death. I don't know.
15.
Yeah. Yeah, neither of those comes close.
Alright. I'm just gonna
Pesky dragons.
bonus action rage and then call it a day.
Okay.
Oh,
Stay put.
All right.
Have I rage and then hit her? I guess. Yeah, doesn't matter. I'm gonna get hit.
You could have. You can also, I don't know if you're level 2 barbarian yet, but like reckless is a thing as well. So just
No,
kind of.
I would have otherwise. I'm still level 1.
Okay. Let's see. Yep. All right. Yep. I got your message. All right. As Karak's turn comes to a close, she is going to use a legendary action point to use her tail. She's going to bring her tail down on, I guess, Gyoza. She'll try to hit Gyoza with her tail. Here we go. 31. It's not a crit though, but you take 23 points of bludgeoning damage. You got to make a DC 20 strength save, or be knocked prone.
all right. Drink save. Okay. Alright. Ouch.
All right. To Gyoza, it's your turn.
Thank you for letting me use that reaction. Otherwise, I'd also be dead. Gyoza will use half of his movement to stand up.
Okay.
Yeah, healing word on Salem. Not anything. There it is. Did it go? Did not go. Why does it not go?
It's weird because I heard it, but it's not showing up.
Yeah, I heard it as well.
Clicking it. Let's try that.
What's going on? Are you?
I'm trying to cast Healing Word.
Oh,
Like, we're hearing it activate in Roll20, but it's not actually displaying in the.
All right, I will. Let's see.
Could you try doing the manual roll of the dice?
I'm gonna cast it at 3rd level. Try one more time. All right. And I will take it. Dodge action, I guess. And take a step back.
okay.
This way.
So how many did I get total? 17?
Yeah.
That's what it looks like. I'll check and make sure the math's correct.
It's not adding your life cleric to it.
Oh yeah, correct.
All right, Larionis, you're up.
Okay. Before my turn, could I release my ready shot?
Sure.
I will shoot at the dragon. And I believe... No, that would just be a normal shot here. Oh, that's not going to do it.
Okay.
Okay, then I will cutting action on my actual turn to aim and then actually try and shoot it with advantage.
Okay.
24.
Ooh. 24 is going to hit.
That will be 22 damage. It is a non-magical bow.
Okay.
So that's 22 piercing unmagical.
All right. As it hits her, the arrow just sort of sparks and just disintegrates, but you're sure that she did take damage.
Yay! That is like the extent of the wrath of Lars that he can
Okay.
do. So that's that.
As your turn ends, Harshnag is going to use his readied action. He is going to rush forward into her space because she is 2 sizes larger than him. So he was holding it to attack. He will go ahead and just move instead since it's not interrupting anybody. All right, that brings us to more zombies that are slowly making their way over. Let's see.
Making their way downtown.
Oh,
Okay,
Egan, one of
nice.
them actually made it to you. You are a dodge symbol, though. All right, 17, I don't think hits you.
Does
But a
not.
damn fine attempt by a zombie. A damn fine attempt. All right, Marcus, you're up.
Yeah.
As your turn comes
I-
up, the dragon looks at you and says, "Oh, my favorite. My, have I loved watching you and your work."
I'm not gonna respond to that.
Okay.
Instead, I'm gonna cast banishment on her.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna attempt to at least. So here it
All
goes.
right. She has been sitting on her reaction because she decided not to shield. She is going to use arcane feedback. This is what level are you casting banishment at?
It's a 4th level spell. I'm
4th?
casting it
Okay.
for.
So she has a particularly nasty version of counterspell. It acts as a counterspell, but it also inflicts psychic damage against the spellcaster.
Is this a spell or an ability?
This is a. It is technically just counterspell, so she is casting it.
Counterspell, counterspell.
All right, what level are you casting yours at?
I'm gonna cast mine at level 3.
Okay, then I need you to make a caster check. That is
that's,
just
charisma.
that's just a straight charisma roll. Yep.
Okay, here we go. Charisma roll.
Holy shit. All right. As she goes to counter Marcus and be that meme about ending somebody's entire career, you
It turns out I'm the one.
you from the ground kind of look up and just kind of
It
throw.
was me.
Yeah. And the counterspell ends. She has to make a save against banishment. This is a charisma-based save.
Yeah, but something tells me she's gonna make it.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, she made it.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Hey, Salem, you do get 3 more HP that wasn't in that calculation.
All right, Marcus. That was a tense exchange because I'm telling you what, that would have been a lot of psychic damage.
Oof. Okay.
All right. And she has burned her
Um,
reaction this round.
Oof.
Yes.
I will
Use your counter
I'll-
spell.
yeah.
Your friend Harshnag, who took 91 points of lightning damage to the top of his head, he looks over at you, and he says, Marcus, I will hold her here. You take the others and run. Trigger the traps and seal us inside. That will give you time to escape.
Why not stay and fight her?
He smiles at you as he's starting to like grapple with her or whatever, and he's like, Marcus, trust me, this is not the time for this fight, but this is perhaps the last fight for me.
Shivers. Okay.
Get to the chopper.
I'll nod.
That's what I'm hearing.
I'll nod then, and I'll say, "Okay, Harshnag," and I'll move to 10 feet. Hopefully, that's still within her threat range.
It
right?
is, yep.
Okay, cool. I'll just stay there, and I'll go there and in my turn there, and I'll say, "Come on, everybody," and I'll see if I can cast something on my next turn. In my turn there.
Alrighty. Let's see. More zombos making their way from the south. Alright, more zombies. Doing a little shuffle. Alright, that brings us to Harshnag. Woof. Harshnag is going to try and grapple her. Alright, here we go. Okay. Oh shit.
Yes.
Alright.
Dragon grappling returns.
He grabs her and he's going to move half his speed to here. And he, through tremendous giant strength, picks her up and slams her down over here away from you guys.
Oh, wow.
She lets
Was
out
that
a
provoking
roar of...
opportunity?
No, it's force movement.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, it lets out a roar of frustration. And then he is going to try and force her to the ground. So he will try again another grapple attempt with his second attack.
Harshnag, if you push her into the portal and go with her, it'll close behind you.
Ooh,
Like
he
a
is
little extra
unable to push her to the ground though. These two massive beings just sort of face off against each other, and he says, "Go quickly. I will hold her as long as I can." All right. Uthgard Zombie. He's going to try follow that show by shambling. Good stuff. Elf Shadow.
Elf Shadow is going to dash towards the dragon. And get to there. So,
Reduce its strength to 0.
That's the thing. Off screen, what we won't see is that Elf Shadow actually slays the dragon. No, definitely not. He's gonna get tail whipped and die.
Egan, you're up.
Just flap. Done.
Egan will
Egan, run.
like look over his shoulder. Yeah, he'll look over at Marcus and Carrick and go, run?
You can help the giant.
Run, Egan.
Okay. Alright, he's gonna run. That's it.
Ah, Iymrith turned to face you, Egan.
In this situation, yeah. Oh wow, that's
Ah, he dashed.
All right. This zombie will try to hit you with its greatsword. Oh damn! She gives you a nice thwop on the ass to send you on your way. 13 points of slashing damage from a 25.
Ah, yes. Getting cut in the butt.
Cut in the butt. Sounds like a crime drama movie. All right. About smuggling drugs. I don't know.
Like a black and white.
Starring the Wayne brothers? Like, what?
All right.
It's a black and white.
The ghost is going to float over, and you're briefly going to see as he possesses Harshnag.
Oh.
Harshnag grows twice his size.
That's mostly to bolster his strength. So,
Oh, I was gonna say he has double the giants in him now.
yeah. All right. Iymrith's turn comes back up. Oh shit! Oh man, whoops. And
Wait, guys, the armor.
there is a bloop bloop bloop.
I thought we already grabbed that.
We already grabbed the
as-
armor.
Yeah,
Calm
we
down.
grabbed it. We just didn't dot on it.
All right, let's see if we get that breath weapon back. I know we're all cheering for it. Here we go. We want to
No,
get
no, we're not.
a
Get a 2.
5
You want
or a 6. Oof. Oof, a 4. Okay.
she was about to end the whole campaign.
Aw.
mean,
You-
Maybe in 2.
Nah, I was talking to my wife about it. I was like, I don't think it'll be a TPK because beams aren't as good as cones.
Beams are not good as
Yeah.
Cones are devastating.
Beams do they're cool and all, but they're not nearly as good. All right, she is going to go old school and activate her frightful presence. So everybody within 120 feet of her must make a wisdom saving throw or become frightened. I can
mean-
guarantee that you're all within 120 feet of her.
I mean, we're all gonna be running
that
anyway, so
failed.
that's not really an
23.
issue.
All right.
Wisdom.
Rolled a 6.
Oh wait, no. Harshnag's bad at these.
He is.
Oh no!
Wait, but he's being possessed by a ghost. It might not be
But-
so bad.
But ghosts are immune to frightened.
Yeah, and Harshnag's being possessed, so suck it,
Mhm.
dragon.
All right. Then she's going to take some attacks. So let's see. Doesn't like being held by this dude, but doesn't like Spoopy Ghost over there. So let's see. She can't move, but Spoopy Ghost is out of claw range. So she's going to try to bite Spoopy Ghost.
Are we talking about the elf shadow?
Does a 31 hit Elf Shadow?
You know what? It's actually crazy. Elf Shadow has a 32. Yeah, no.
Yeah,
Elf Shadow
okay.
got bit.
All right, fair enough.
This is like when a dog tries to jump up and eat a bubble.
Yeah. Her attacks are treated as magical weapons. So there's 14 points of magical piercing and 17 points of lightning.
Gasp.
All right. Then she will go ahead and do a claw on the Harshnag. Oh,
Ooh.
damn. Double fumbles. Oh my god. All right.
Didn't we have
Only
the
that
option?
happened on the banishment.
Let's just say, didn't we have the option but vote against having crit cards in boss fights at least?
And-
Yup.
Well, now hold on though.
Too late
Hold on. You
now.
say if only that had happened on the reaction, but we heard the bloop bloop bloop, which means she probably has legendary resistances.
Oh
also.
yeah.
Yeah, true.
We would have passed
S-
the save anyway.
Salem, you're up.
Salem is gonna flappy flap his way. He's gonna look at Harshnag, and he's gonna shed a little tear.
Yeah.
and
Harshnag looks
and-
back at you, grappling this gargantuan dragon, and says, "You are a good cat. Weird, but good. And a good egg."
And then Salem
I
furrows
get it.
his brow,
I get
looks at Iymrith, and casts Bane.
Okay. That is
so-
another charisma saving throw.
Yeah, it's gonna be her, and then two of the little. Yeah, she passes. And
Okay.
then this guy and this guy, because I can see them. So
Did
the two
Harshnag-
zombies.
Hey, Crash, did Harshnag
That's a -1. Jeez.
on that thing he was drawing on?
Oh, he didn't. You may want to. Yeah, you may want to ask for it before you leave.
Before I flappy away.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Harshnag,
uh,
the thing.
the first one,
It is in my goat sack. Here, take.
I'll grab the goat sack.
All right.
Wait, what thing is it?
Now the first one fails with a -1. Jeez.
All right.
The second one passes.
Okay, you have baned one zombie.
I baned one zombie. And then I grab the goat sack,
Item interact. Okay.
and I will. Oops. Come on. There we go. That's what I wanted. I will fly 30 feet this way.
Okay.
And I will
His goat
fly-
sack is very heavy. I don't know what your strength currently is, but you may just want to grab the rolled up, like post-it note that was in there.
I will grab that then,
Okay.
and I will put my elevation in the middle. That's my
All right.
turn.
That's your turn. Fair enough.
It's like an anime kid or guy running into the distance. Tears.
Karak, you're up.
Oh,
I know I did my bonus action out of order. Can we say it was done in order or?
What? So you're gonna rage? You said you raged, right?
Yeah, I did, but
Okay.
I said it after the fact. So
Okay.
technically, my rage would have faded at this point. 'cause I
What?
didn't get hit.
Oh, I get what you're saying. Yeah.
So I would have had to rage and attack to keep it going.
Gotcha. That's fine. So you raged, and then
All right. Alrighty. Raging. Okay. We're gonna take a shot at let's see. We're actually gonna take a shot at that zombie there with produce flame.
okay.
So that dude's target.
I will
Marcus.
point out that
Yeah.
the zombies have a speed of 20, so there's no way they
Ah.
could catch you guys if you run.
Well, I'm still gonna do it. Just
All right.
to get the,
Yeah, go for it.
rage going. 14.
14 definitely hits. Takes 15 points of damage and is bloodied.
And
Well,
I'll
takes
hit it
13
again
points of
and-
damage.
13. And then I'll hit it again, and then I'll.
Oh, this is tricky. You can't actually produce flame because casting a spell from a magic item is still casting a spell. You can't cast
Oh.
spells while you are raging.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, scratch all that then.
All right.
That was silly. I should have known better. All right, in that case, I'm just going to go up here, and I'm just going to hit him.
none of us caught it. Yes.
So scratch all that fancy spell stuff.
You're gonna go engage all the zombies?
Why not? All right, 25 for 17.
Out of here!
All right. That definitely hits.
And-
17 damage. It
well-
is bloodied.
All right, and 15 for 9.
You killed it.
All right,
Well, actually, let's see if it makes its Constitution save.
that's important.
Nope, you killed it.
All right.
All right. Gyoza, you're up.
Alright. Let's see how far I can get. Not nearly far enough away from this dragon, so I'm going to. Yeah, I'll take the dash action
Okay.
And I'll toss a level 1 healing word on Salem as I run by. And I'll figure out that one while y'all go on.
All right. As you end your turn, you hear Iymrith say, "Gyoza, I didn't say you could leave." And you see magic, legendary action. You see magic kind of flash in her eyes and travel up her horn. She is casting a spell.
Counterspell.
All right, you're gonna counterspell it. What level are you counterspelling at?
3rd level again.
Okay. You succeed. This spell fizzles out.
Oh, nice.
Thank you, Salem. You got 4 health.
Thank you.
All right, Uthgard Zombie
Teamwork.
is gonna just try its best to join the fray.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
All
Oh, that
right.
should have been 8.
As that turn ends, let's see. She will use another legendary action to cast another spell. You see it sort of crackling along her horn. Anybody?
I got this one, Gyoza.
All right.
She. The deck, make it harder to hit.
You see a burst of magical force fire from her horn and unerringly travel across the map towards a Gyoza. This would be 3 magic missiles. That's right. This chick can cast magic missiles with a single
legendary
action. Yep.
How?
Ow. Ow. Ow.
All right, 12 points of damage.
I'm looking bad, guys.
All right, Larionis, you're up.
Okay. I'm gonna, Marcus, I need you to do it for me.
Yeah,
I'm gonna take a shot at her. I don't know because she's well lit. Unless she's moved since I last saw it, and I'm in the dark. I don't know if I'm out of her dark vision. So, Crash, is this like, am I an unseen attacker at this range, or can she see me?
Let's see her senses real quick. She has a dark vision of 120 feet and a passive perception of 27.
Yeah, I think I'm closer than 120 feet, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so Mark, is it just a normal longbow attack?
Okay. Does not hit.
Yeah.
Okay, and then I'm just going to then use my move and my cunning action dash to move 60 feet to the west.
Okay.
And I am going to power cycle my modem now and see if I can get my net back up.
All right, sounds good. Uthgard Zombie, who is baned, is going to move up to Marcus, and it will attack Marcus with a greatsword.
Yeah,
Wow,
it
but
is.
it's got a negative D4, so 24 for 12.
Yeah, it still hits.
Okay.
Yikes. That was almost a critical hit.
Yep.
All right. Let's see. As that turn ends, Marcus, you're up.
I'm gonna go ahead and use my Channel Divinity Turn Undead
Oh, okay.
to get these guys away from me.
All right.
they gotta
That's a
make,
wisdom saving throw?
Yeah, Wisdom save, and it's a DC 13.
Okay, and this is all within 30 feet of you? 1, 2, 3, 4,
Don't
5,
forget
6.
this map
Yeah, 30 feet.
is weird, Marcus.
It should measure correctly. I've adjusted the measurements and stuff.
No, I mean just objects appear closer than they are.
Oh. I mean, the squares are all 5 feet.
Yeah.
I get it. But your expectations are that it's closer than they are. I got you.
Right.
Yeah. I'm having the same problem. All right, so you are gonna affect 3 of them. Here we go.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. Wow.
Well, they all passed.
Wow. All right.
All right. Well, whatever. I'm gonna go ahead and just move 30 feet. Then I'll take the attacks.
All right. Here we go. 1. Oh, Jesus.
Oh wow. Okay.
All right. That is a 22 for 11.
Yeah, it hits.
And the other one attacks, gets an 18, which is not
Not
enough.
hit.
All right.
Yep.
Whew.
And I will go ahead and cast Healing Word on Gyoza as a bonus act.
All right.
Thank
What level are you casting it at?
I'll do him a favor. I'll cast him at 2nd level.
Okay.
For 10.
Thank you.
Okay. Also, everybody that did their saves against fear, right? You're keeping track if you were feared or not, right?
Yeah.
Which is to
I'm
say,
running away.
you can't move any closer to the dragon. You have disadvantage on attack rolls while you can see the dragon, etc., etc., etc. Right?
Yep.
Okay. Just checking. Did anybody actually pass the saving throw against fear?
I think I did. Maybe if it was.
It was a
below
DC
23.
20. Yeah, it was only a DC 20. So only
Yeah.
DC
Only
20.
20.
I'm pretty proud of that.
For
I think I was out of range.
for an you were definitely not out of range. 120 feet. You were definitely within 120 feet.
Oh damn. Marcus, you want to throw me a will save that I can promptly fail?
Okay.
I mean, I'm running away anyway, so.
Yeah, I
that
know.
just mean I'll stop shooting.
All right. Let's see. Sergeant Carrick Borgash. This one's gonna run up and I guess it's gonna attack you. Zombie shambles up, swings.
And misses. Come on, ugly.
All right. This one right here sees Marcus getting away, but there's
Yeah, Carrot, come on!
all right. Harshnag looks over and says, "Grandfather, I cannot hold her much longer. You must flee. This fight is for another day." And he is going to try to force her to the ground. Again. There we go. 21, pretty good. Alright, she is now prone. The problem is, he can't, like, hold her down, because you have to have a free hand to grapple, and hit her with the great axe. So that's why he has not been doing a little bit more here, you know what I'm saying? But he will just try to smash her with a piece of rock. He'll just tear from where she's like been smashing the floor with her weight. He's just going to grab a rock and just bash her upside the head with it. Here we go. Yeah, he hits her upside the head for 30 points of damage.
Nice.
Because of 29. Because she's prone now. Alright, and then with his movement, he's going to drag her further away from you guys. So, down to here. Alright, with her action, she will, she'll save it just in case something else cool happens. Uthgard Zombie is dead. Egan.
Alright, sorry, can you hear me?
Yeah, you're up.
Okay, alright. I'm gonna move to here. I will now channel divinity to do a quick heal for everyone around me. And then I will run out. 26 plus 2. Everybody gets 6 heal within 30 feet of me.
Alright, if the whole team can get to here, this pink line, or the whole team minus people who I guess want to play a new character and are going to stay behind with Harshnag and hold the line, we will switch to a skill challenge using the chase scene rules from the Dungeon Master's Guide, because we're not gonna do a third week of trying to move around this fucking dungeon. Yeah.
Right.
So if you can make it to that pink line, you will essentially switch over to skill check.
Right. Yep. 6 heal for everyone around me. I'll finish my movement. That's a bonus.
Oh
action
man, Oath
to
of the
do the
Crown
channel.
actually happening in a game, and I'm witnessing it. Oh man.
And so that's my movement, and then I will take the rest of my.
All right,
Okay,
so everybody
count,
within 30
so-
feet of Egan. So that would be what? When you used it was Salem, Marcus, and Gyoza?
Yep,
Well,
all 3.
Okay.
I don't know if
We'll get 6. Yeah, I counted it out, so I would have moved.
Okay.
Everybody. Yeah, and then I'm here for my dash after,
All right, fair enough.
and I am done.
All right, on Igeron's turn, he will pump some of his life force into Harshnag to give him a little bit extra health. All right, as that turn is ending, Iymrith will, with disadvantage, try to smash Harshnag with her tail. 22 is going to hit him. He has to make a strength save or be knocked down. He makes it. He takes 16 points of damage. Let's see. Her turn comes up. You hear the bloop, bloop, bloop of legendary action points. She's going to try and get that breath weapon back. Oh. All right. Oof. Let's see. Oh,
push her through the portal
monsters.
for an hour.
Yeah, I would say at this point the portal's probably out because you guys went through and then back, so you'd have to like reopen it.
Ah,
You know what I
makes
mean?
sense.
Yeah.
Yep.
Push her into the traps.
There you go. Yeah, trigger them traps.
That's a long way to drag her.
Oh, I thought the door was trapped.
Yeah, the door is trapped.
Oh, the door is trapped.
Yeah.
It just we figured out the sequence pretty much spot on. so we
Harshnag the
didn't-
door.
Okay. I see. She's going to. Yeah. All right. She's going to try and claw bite him again. So here we go. All right. Even with disadvantage, all of those hits, and even with the healing from the ghost, he is bloodied from this. All right. That brings us to Salem Reborn.
Let me check the distance. Up there. Nope, not gonna reach. Sorry, buddy. Yeah. I'm going to I'm gonna fly dash my way this way. And then I'm going to Gyoza doesn't look too great, does he?
No, I'm pretty bloodied.
Okay, I'm gonna risk the biscuit. I use life transference on Gyoza. As I will spend 2. Let me rephrase that. I will spend 2 sorcery points to bonus action life transference Gyoza. That way, at 4th level, don't screw me over. How much damage is it gonna do? Oh, okay, so you get 42 hit points back.
Wow. I'm looking much better.
Ow.
You basically healed me to full.
Oof.
I mean, it was the 6 HP.
That's my turn.
All right. As your turn ends, Iymrith is going to pump her wings and do a wing attack. That means Harshnag needs to make a dexterity saving throw. Or be pushed back, I believe? Nope, just knocked prone. Okay. Let's see.
You got this, Harshnag. I believe in you.
Pushback would have been way more useful. Here we go.
Ooh, that's a pretty high DC, though.
Yeah. Alright, he is also knocked prone. So the two of them are kind of on the ground, wrestling it out at this point. Her much larger serpentine form kind of tussling about as the two of them continue to fight it out. Despite her best efforts, though, she is unable to get airborne. Alright, Sergeant Karak Boragash, you are up.
Alright, well, I'll bring up the rear, but I don't think I'm going to just let myself die. I'm going to shout out to Harshnag, and I'm going to shout out, Harshnag, may you have a good death. The Sword Saints thank you. I will see you in the afterlife, friend. And then I'm going to dash to catch up with the group.
All right, I drew you your own pink line in case you wanted to.
Okay.
Yeah.
I will gladly dash.
All right.
I think I get up right up to that line.
That will provoke 2 attacks from these high rolling zombies. Hope I didn't just jinx them. Nope, they're still on fire. Holy shit. Oh, maybe not. Okay. So a 22 for 15 from the first one.
I take it, but that's half. So
All right.
7.
All right. Gyoza, you're up. You yell out in the intervening round to Harshnag to knock her into a rune, trigger one of the runes. He hears you, but he doesn't have the actual economy to do it quite yet. I will point out that what you're asking him to do is essentially detonate a bomb with him at the epicenter, because none of these are very nice. All right. But if we go all the way back in time to a certain goblin that was told to blow a certain whistle.
Yep, pretty on point.
It's very in character for you to ask an NPC to do something horribly suicidal. So it is your
The real
turn.
question is he gonna do it?
How high is Salem?
20 feet.
Oh, there's no way I can reach that. So I will.
Are you trying to high five him? Jump high five.
Yeah. Instead, I will bonus action healing word at 2nd level on Salem, and I'll roll that as my turn ends. And I'll dash 60 feet across the line.
Alrighty.
Let's see.
I have an idea.
11 healing. Ah, these low
I have
rolls.
a terrible idea.
That
That's an
idea had better be that we should run away.
Well, that's part of it.
What's your idea?
I'll show you.
What about you?
All right.
Ram him on them?
Larionis, you're up.
I am going to dash across the line. And I don't know if it matters, but I will cunning action dash. And I will move 90 feet. I will zip across that line.
Or you could shoot the zombie on Marcus. I don't think you can see him, but he's got a zombie on him. Like, can you see what we're doing?
Well, I mean, I could see. We seem to be going to the line. I don't really know what else you guys might be trying to do. I don't know what Marcus's plan is.
I don't know if you can see the map or not. Is kind of what I was asking.
Oh yeah, no.
Oh, never mind. My idea wouldn't work.
I'm just dashing. Marcus can get away from the zombie.
Okay.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I'm good.
Uthgard number 12 is up. It's gonna move and dash. So there. Salem, you're still concentrating on that?
The
Bane?
Yeah, I haven't.
Okay.
Ooh.
You got a little flight
actually,
icon now, so you could.
Give. I think technically, the spell that I use, life transference,
Mm-hmm.
does damage to me. So I technically think I have to make.
Oh
a
yeah. Okay. Make a concentration
on
check. Sure.
myself. So I took 22,
Mm-hmm.
21. So I need a
21.
21.
Yep. So you got to make
That's
a 20 or higher concentration.
What? Half.
Oh, half. Right. So 10 or higher. Yep. All right. You're good. Alrighty.
So yeah, still concentrating on that one.
Marcus, you are up. You look over at Harsnag. That you guys have kind of ridden a friendship roller coaster. You remember all the good times, all the times where you maybe butted heads a little bit. But you see that he's given it everything he has to hold this creature at bay. What are you gonna do?
Yeah. Part of me wishes I cast like Death Ward on him earlier, but I'm gonna go ahead and I was gonna attempt to cast a spell on Iymrith to push it 10 feet, but I realized when reading that actually Thunderbolt Strike doesn't allow me to push anything that is bigger than size large.
Ah,
just for future
okay.
reference, yeah. So that's something to keep note of, which I didn't know about. I will, however, just go ahead and dash,
Sure.
and I will take the attacks from those two guys. And if one of them hits me, I'm gonna Wrath of the Storm.
Okay.
Well, I'll Wrath of the Storm the one I get past if he hits me, actually.
All right, here we go. First one hits. Oh wait, yeah, that's the one that's not baned. Okay, and then 22 for 14, and then the baned one. Holy shit! It only misses because of bane.
Awesome. Okay.
All right, so you do take 12 damage, or sorry, 14 damage from the first one.
Alrighty. Then yeah, that'll be that.
Okay. All right. Did you want to use your reaction to thunder do that or no?
Well, yeah. You know what? Yeah, I guess. Deck save from it.
Thunder do that.
All right. Let's see. Deck save. It yeah, it fails terribly. All right.
Yeah, push him 10 feet away.
All right.
At least I get to use it once here.
It failed so bad it got a -1 without even adding bane to it. So it was real bad. All right, you push him 10 feet away.
Yeah, sure.
All right. Okay. Let's see. That brings us to Harshnag. All right, taking your guys' advice, he's gonna try and slam Iymrith into the runes and see if he can trigger them. Let's see. He can stand up on his turn because he's not held in any way, but it's going to be hard to move her. So I'm going to say that he has to do a shove action since he's already reduced his speed by half. So here we go. His athletics against her strength Yeah.
He's gotta win. Yep.
All right. He slams her against the pillar. As you guys know, there are different runes in different places. When she slams into it, she hits the rune of Stein.
Ah.
There
the stone
is,
pillar.
yes, there is an ominous sort of foghorn, hunting horn sort of sound that kind of through the whole chamber, and the earth in the chamber begins to shake violently. And in each of the four corners of the room, you see massive earth elementals begin rising up.
Oh,
Oh.
Well, if we didn't say we weren't up for a
no.
challenge.
Well, I enjoyed all of your characters.
These earth elementals are very big and giant-sized.
Oh my gosh, they look like mountains.
Yeah.
Wait, are the doors closed over here?
No, they're open still.
Oh, okay.
Oh God, I'm sorry. Don't look at
Yeah.
your duplicates. Oh God. Yeah,
Oh,
there is
the world implodes.
one earth elemental appears in each quadrant of the thing, according to the trap. I guess quadrant. I could put them anywhere I want. Let's put them closer to you guys. There we go. All right.
It's massive.
Yeah, yeah, they're giants. It's a giant-sized dungeon.
You didn't say. I thought you meant like literal giant size.
Well,
That's
here's
huge.
the
That's
problem with
Giant
them.
size for giants.
They're giant size for giants.
Yeah, they are hostile to everything in the room.
Yeah, I kind of figured.
All right. Yeah. So that's happening. I will roll them into initiative. He yells back to you, Gyoza! I triggered the trap!
Salem's gonna reply, do it again! But a different one!
Okay! And he's gonna try and slam her into the archway again.
Oh no.
Holy shit. Get ready to have your Roll20 break. Hold on. By request, your broken Roll20.
Oh, Harshnag, you beautiful giant.
Alright, yeah, he grabs her and he slams her into Is.
Ah, the ice one.
And suddenly, the entire room is inside a room-sized ice storm spell.
Oh no. Oh no. I know what that spell does.
It is... Oop, that's lightning. Hold on.
It might as well be lightning.
I mean, yeah, there's another rune there you could grab.
Yeah, she's probably immune to lightning because she's been spitting lightning out everywhere.
Bleeding lightning, spitting lightning, yeah.
Oh,
Alright,
that's
there we
cool.
go.
That's cool. It's just a nice little what do you call it? Flurry? That's all it is.
Hurry!
It's just a flurry in here,
Little bit of
guys.
snow.
Ice storm, whatever. Ice flurry.
I miss Alvis.
Yeah, Crash, make it as big as possible. Yeah, that's right. That's right. There we go.
Salem is sitting here like, oh, ice flurry, and then gets hit by a freaking iceberg.
Because these things are like hailstones that are as big as like boulders, I imagine. Or
Are
like
you
giant
putting
rocks.
multiple layers, Crash?
Is it slowing down your Roll20 at all?
It is. It
No,
is
not
just like
mine.
yes.
Alright, alright. I'll delete the extras. I'll delete the extras. Okay.
We know it's ice storm.
I got you.
mean, it's bad enough he's trying to murder our characters. He's also now trying to murder our browsers.
Yeah, you had it coming, Chrome. You had it coming. So what does an ice storm do, you might ask, those of you who have not experienced the spell? It is actually a pretty sweet spell. Imagine
Oh yeah.
a sustained fog cloud that actually did damage. That is ice storm.
Ah. Wonderful.
Yeah, so ice storm's going on. Let's see.
Ice storm or sleet storm?
Oh, this is an actual ice storm. This is worse than sleet storm, yeah. Oh man.
Like this one right here.
Every creature in the
it didn't
room, is hit by Ice Storm, DC 15. So yeah, sorry, Sleet Storm would have been sustained. This is an instant drop of damage on everybody. So I need everybody to make DC 15 saving throws. Incoming damage is 2d8 bludgeoning and 4d6 cold.
Ooh,
Would
yikes.
this
He
be
said
dexterity?
Yeah, Dex saves. I believe that's what he said.
Dex, yep. Right? Is it Dex? Oh god, I had the spell open. I probably should have double checked.
It's dexterity. It's dexterity.
Yeah, it's dexterity. It would make
Oh,
sense
wow.
for it to be Constitution, but it is dexterity.
I already used my reaction. Wait, was that on my turn?
Here's the other thing: hailstones turn all of the floor into difficult terrain until your next turn.
Oh my Jesus Christ.
Alright.
Crash, I have a serious question in
Yeah.
regards to this. So, you know how I use my Wrath of the Storm reaction during my turn?
Yeah.
Right? Does that mean I don't
It's
have a
used
reaction
up until
now?
the start of your next turn, correct?
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Alright.
That's not.
Now I can have that bludgeoning damage.
6 plus.
Yep, you can have the bludgeoning damage even though it's caused by a spell? Question mark? It's kind of weird.
Do we
6 plus-
round up or down?
In this game we round down.
Down. So I took 6. I took
Yep.
10 damage.
So it's 6 and 4, and then if I have cold resistance, that 4 becomes 2. Okay, 8 damage. Damn.
All
It's
right.
with a fat pass save.
All right. 1, 2, 3, 4 for Earth Elementals. They all fail. Harshnag fails, so he takes the bludgeoning. He's immune to cold. And Marcus's special Sun Pony is going to pass. All right.
Wait, Marcus is special somehow.
Oh, sorry.
Something you want to tell us, Marcus?
Oh.
All right, that is Harshnag's turn. Not a bad turn. He just got slammed her into the archway once and then again. Egan, you're up.
Is Salem still alive?
Yeah, I'm alive.
And, I will double.
I know.
Double
I know
down.
you can't. I know it
Is
doesn't
this
look
gonna-
like I
Is
am.
this storm gonna overtime kill the zombies?
Oh yeah, the zombies would need to roll as well. That might actually have killed the zombies.
I know it doesn't look like I'm alive with the whole size difference of the screen, but I am
Yeah.
alive still.
All the zombies
Is-
failed. So
Well,
that
somebody
is
passed.
enough damage. The top one, the 15, that was the dragon.
Oh, okay.
So that's actually 21 damage to all the zombies. So I think all the zombies just got dropped to either dead or 1 HP. Let's see. Nat 20, nope. So this one freezes over and is shattered by the ice storm. All the rest are down to 1 HP. All right. So Egan, what are you gonna do?
I just double.
All right, treating all terrain as difficult terrain because of the hailstones that are everywhere.
That's right.
But you made it to the pink line. We're just waiting for the rest of your team to make it to the pink line.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, then, but I will probably if I'm worried I'm gonna get hit again, so I'm raging.
Okay. Iymrith's turn comes up. Ghosty pumps more of its HP into Harshnag. She's going to roll to see if she gets back her breath weapon. We want a 5 or 6. No. Alright. Let's see. That would be pretty cool. Yeah, okay. From the ground... Yeah. From the ground, Salem. I think she's going to try and nuke you through Harshnag with a lightning bolt spell.
Oh no,
Yeah.
this is a problem.
It's only 100 feet, though. So she might not be able to reach. Let's see.
She can reach.
No,
Yeah, she
because
can.
this is her breath weapon set at 120. Yeah, so you'd be just shy.
Oh my god.
All right. Yeah. I guess she's got like a super high intelligence, so I'm gonna assume that she mathed this shit out when I couldn't. So instead, she will fire it. Yeah, down through. Yeah, I guess she'll go up. Yeah, through Harshnag and into this Earth Elemental. Damn, she doesn't know what the fuck to do.
Well, now Crash.
She's
are
just
you
gonna beat
pulling,
on
like-
him. Yeah, she's just gonna beat on him. There we go. 1, 2, and a 3. Wow, only one of those hits. So Harshnag's still hanging on.
Good job, Harshnag. Good job, buddy.
All right. She gets her legendary actions back. Salem, you're up. The pink line is just around the corner. It's
Oh,
literally
God.
right in front of you.
It'd be a real shame if I turned around now, huh?
I mean, you worked hard. You worked hard to come back to life, but I think this would be your last one. It would be a different character if
no,
you stuck around.
I'm still afeared,
Mm.
so I'm just dashing.
Okay.
And I will. Yeah, that's it. I'm just gonna dash.
All right. Top of the round is Earth Elemental. Earth Elemental is going to start rushing after you guys.
What? No, the dragon's closer.
It's sort of a half burrow, half run, as it sort of just like starts through the earth after you. It's big. Sergeant Karak
It's bad.
Boragash.
All right. I'm just gonna dash across. And
All right. As you guys cross the line,
Gauntlet time.
wow. All right. As you cross the line, you must now make it to the exit. So we're going to do this as a series of chase scene related challenges. So I will pose the challenge to you. One of you will volunteer with a solution, and then you will roll a check to see how it turns out. You need to get a certain number of successes before a certain number of failures. If you hit the certain number of failures mark before the certain number of success marks, one of you will be left behind and more than likely die. And we'll just let RNGesus sort out who that is, or a volunteer. But that is sort of the situation we're in. First and foremost, the ice is melting because instant magic type deal. So the ground is wet. The dust and cobwebs from years of abandonment has kind of made a soupy, slushy mud on the ground. There are earth elementals literally the size of hills that are crashing down on you. So the big issue here is how will you get past the 3 earth elementals that are convening on your location to block the doorway? Because mathematically, they've got a 30-foot speed and a burrow speed, so they could probably run an interception on you guys. So, powwow, as quickly as you can, let me know the solution, and who's going to, roll for it based on your solution. So, what's the solution, guys?
Oh, run very.
Okay. Is that what everyone wants to do? Run very fast? It sounds like someone's
I
good.
honestly
Yeah.
think that I think we're gonna have to have
What
someone
about
draw
more
them
wolves?
off. Have someone or something draw them off.
Yeah.
Egan will attempt to do that if.
Elf Shadow.
if he's-
Elf Shadow.
Can you redo that?
Can you summon Elf Shadow again?
Absolutely. And I can still move 60 feet on the round that I summon Elf Shadow.
Can you make wolves?
I can.
So Elf Shadow and Wolves will, like, kite them away, and we run.
I was actually thinking of wolves to outrun them or to get there before they
not
intercept
both?
us.
and then the wolves fight them off while we pass by.
Oh, the
Okay.
wolves won't last that long. But
No,
yeah.
the
I
wolves
mean, they'll
won't
probably
last.
die instantly. One attack.
That's
And,
my
I mean,
point. Is I think we
how
need to try and
much can the
distract
wolves
them.
carry, realistically?
They can carry one person. It's
All
with dire
right,
wolves, at least.
time is
Can we
up. What is the
summon these
solution to get
wolves?
past the 3 hill-sized earth elementals?
I think we rope a dope with the elf and the wolves, with the shadow elf.
Okay,
Yep,
so
yep,
you're using
those are
summon.
summoning
All
wolves.
right. Yeah. So burn a spell slot.
Okay.
All
Spell
right.
slot is burnt.
Spell slot is burnt. In order to draw their attention fully, which one of you would like to volunteer a skill check, and which skill check would it be? You will have a advantage because of the clever spellcasting and use of sacrificial aminals.
Yep.
I don't know what skill check that would actually be.
Skill challenges are about bullshitting.
I feel like that'd be a deception.
Okay, deception. Who wants to roll a deception check?
Ooh, am I good at that? Let me check.
I got you.
All right, Marcus,
There
throw
you
it
go.
out with advantage. Okay, yeah, that is a success.
Woo!
Marcus, you make a big deal about yelling aloud, you there, go this way, we'll go that way, etc., etc. The earth elementals just sort of veer towards the nearest groups, and with your proper placement and deceptions, they are distracted enough. You guys do make it to the stairs.
Yay!
All right. So, you guys make it out to the stairs.
Which is clearly where safety is, and we move on.
All right. The long hallway is there before you. Let me check something real quick. Okay. From behind you, you hear explosions happening. Also, we got a slight echo from somebody. I don't know who it is. All right. You have to make your way down the hallway without triggering or with triggering the 2 traps. Which would you prefer?
Guys, I think we have to trigger one of these traps.
We'll-
At least.
we'll
Harshnag
trigger- we'll-
wanted us to trigger
Doors?
one.
I say we trigger them both to trap the dragon in there.
Yeah.
All right, we trigger both traps.
Okay. Since you are triggering both traps, each of them has a 20-foot wide pressure plate that is hard to avoid, and the kill zone is also that same distance. Now, the kill zone is slightly delayed. Which of you is volunteering to roll the skill check for the first trap to get everybody through?
Lars, acrobatics?
What kind of check would it be?
It could be acrobatics. It could be honestly, skill checks are about bullshitting. I use this skill, and this is why it would work. Like it's totally like a Dungeons and Dragons minigame.
Do we want to do a survival check as one of them? Because
That
we
sounds
already
like
we know how they work.
That sounds like a leave the quickest one to set off the trap while the rest of us get right past it or something like that, I imagine.
Well, it's the
I
one
think.
where they slam down, so we gotta basically like
Yeah,
everyone like.
Everyone goes.
everyone's running at the same time, basically.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
it's-
You
it's-
guys,
yeah,
all right. You're
yeah.
syncing
Well,
up. You're syncing
before
up.
we do that, how about this? I've got the slippers of spider climbing. Could I anchor a rope to the ceiling and we could swing across safely and then trigger after the fact?
Okay. Like using like climber's kit, like piting it on there to give everybody like a swing.
Don't have a climber's kit.
No,
but I got
no, I
pitons
think
on
I
that
think
rope.
he means he's gonna use the slippers to.
Oh, and you're
hop
gonna
on the
you're gonna
roof,
be the
and
anchor
he's gonna be the
point.
Titan. Yeah.
Okay,
Sure,
that's
I can
pretty
be the anchor
hype. The
point.
ceiling is very high, so more than likely you'd just be on the wall, and people would just kind of be swinging that way.
That,
Yeah,
that
wall
works.
running.
Okay,
There you
if
go.
that is the case, I would like an athletics. I'd like an athletics check from Carrick.
Okay.
All right. Okay. 15. Everyone who is not triggering swings across, and then the last person triggers it, it falls. Do you intend to trigger the next one?
Yes.
All right.
Yes, we do.
Part of a skill challenge is you gotta do something fresh each time. So what are you doing with this one? As
That
behind
would
you,
be-
it comes. The other one is slamming down into the ground.
Can I use my flight to just lift people up and carry them over the last one?
And I'll use, since that'll take a while, I'll giant spiders to like help people. Like people can ride on the giant spiders
Okay.
and climb on the walls to get across.
Okay. Okay. That's a good combination. I dig it. All right.
I'll burn a spell slot.
All
which is
right.
my last slot.
So you unsummon whatever was left in the sacrificial chamber, which would probably by now be nothing because those things hit pretty damn hard. You summon spiders, and everyone rides them across. Who is the last one that's going to trigger this thing?
I'll do it.
Mars acrobatics.
All right, Lars, give me acrobatics with advantage because of all of the quick thinking of your allies. All right, no problem. You guys roll out into.
Why did my acrobatics do?
I don't know. That was crazy.
What the heck?
Is that not what it was supposed to do?
I mean, no, it is, but it's just that if you mouse over it, the equation is insane, and that's not what
There's-
it's supposed to be.
Oh.
It is.
There's a lot of weird math going
All
on.
right, you guys come out into the main area, the entrance area. You see the yawning, frosty chasm, the causeway beyond, and there is a snowstorm, like a blizzard, that is also a thunderstorm. Lightning is crackling all around you. The winds are strong. What will you do now?
We can, if we want to avoid the bridge, we can ride these spiders down the mountain.
All right, how are you going to handle the blizzard and the lightning that's crackling everywhere?
I'm out of spells. I got nothing.
Good night.
Would I be smart enough to know that metal attracts light?
I would say sure. As a soldier that's as old as you are, you've seen people struck by lightning on the battlefield. You know about shocking grasp and things like that from, fighting all the time.
I was just thinking, you probably don't have a metal, but I was thinking maybe if very quickly rig a lightning rod to try and draw it away from us, so that be less likely to be struck by lightning.
Okay. Is that what you guys are gonna commit to? Just trying to build a lightning rod outside of the place, or are you just gonna? Yes, no.
I'm open to other ideas. I'm just sort of thinking of.
I don't have anything to make a lightning rod out of.
All right.
Got any wire or anything?
Yeah, Oof. Oh, well, lightning strikes. We gotta dodge them. I'm just gonna go ahead and bless, 3 people at least. I don't
Okay.
know,
So
in an
you
attempt to help them,
you chuck out some bless. All right. What else you guys got?
Yeah.
I mean, I've got 2 crowbars, but I don't know exactly if that's going to be enough to do a
Oh,
lightning
let's.
rod.
I think the lightning rod idea is dead in the water. Dead on our own.
All right,
Let's
all right.
move on to another thought.
All right.
Every little bit helps.
If that is the case, I will have one of you make a dexterity saving throw with bless.
It's I put it bless on the people.
Yeah, but this is
I
sort of
figure
to represent everyone's efforts. So who's
Gotcha,
gonna roll for the whole group?
I probably should.
Okay. So this is a dexterity saving throw. You get to add a d4 to it.
My roll 20 is rolling it. There we go. And then plus a d4.
If not for the d4, you would have failed. All right. As you guys are running, Lars, your elven ears are flapping and detecting like lightning as it is crashing down. You call out to people just before the lightning strikes, moving the group almost like a shepherd dog would move like a herd, avoiding each crashing bolt. As you continue along, you reach the causeway and begin to cross it. The winds are very strong here, and you look up and see and hear, before you see it, the churning sounds of machinery and the burning sound of a great deal of fire. As you look to see the source of the noise, you see flying downwards towards the causeway is a fantastic flying ship. The ship has a great many guns. The guns are some kind of eldritch cannon, and they are aimed in your direction. On the ship, you see many cultists. These cultists are all wearing dragon cultist masks. Also, scurrying around on the ship, you see tiny red kobolds busying about loading up weapons and doing ship stuff.
Man, I want to pull some like BS right now.
So this is what the cultists look like.
Oh, that's sexy.
Yeah, some of them have spells ready. Others are kind of in charge of the ship itself. The ship is turning to aim the majority of its guns at you.
How far away is this thing?
It is within about 120 feet when it appears through the storm. This is unless you want to fight this entire airship, this is still part of the skill challenge.
Let me find.
I'm gonna be casting fog clouds.
Okay. All right.
Uh,
that
I
will
would
give all of their eldritch
We could
cannons.
jump on, but I think they're gonna dive bomb us, pull up. So I don't think there's any way we can get on board. God, that would be a great thing to steal if we could.
Can
I
we
I'm
charisma
out of
our
spells
way
and
on?
everything.
Can I?
How far are they?
120, he said.
That's exactly the distance of fog cloud. I could fog cloud them.
Okay.
Yeah, but
I
they
do
can
it.
just they can move out of it. So, but can I? Maybe we can combo something because I have a fire scroll.
Let's see. Gyoza. You hear a message in your mind. Are you the Sword Saints of Phandalin? If so, we're here to rescue you.
Guys, they said they're here to rescue us.
They're wearing dragon masks with kobolds, and there's a big blue dragon inside.
Who are you with?
All
Who
right,
sent you?
you reply to the message.
Yeah.
You hear sort of exasperation in the voice. We're in the middle of a blizzard and a thunderstorm. One of the strongest dragons in the north is out to kill you. And you want to ask questions now?
I guess we should.
You
I
see
think
the
we're gonna
ship.
die.
You see the ship start coming in closer, and they toss out some rope ladders, because not everything could be super cool.
Guys, they said they're gonna
Lars
rescue
climbs
us.
it.
Let's
Lars
do
is
it.
just climbing the ladder.
All right,
Fuck it, all aboard.
let's
Yep,
let's leave this jank ass map behind.
All right.
I'm
All right.
gonna.
I'll cast a fog cloud on the ship as they come down to pick us up, just in case.
Okay.
We're ready to
And then we
ambush us
crash
as
and we all
get
die.
up.
No.
Yeah. All right.
crash,
So
yeah.
inside, when they
Alright.
go inside the fog cloud, they crash into the causeway. There's an explosion.
Us.
What?
Everybody gets their Friday night back, I guess. All right. Cool.
Like, I mean,
What did you think was gonna happen?
I've got an idea. Let's play another campaign.
Yeah. Like what? Well, what do you think's gonna happen? They're coming in to save you. All right.
Okay.
Maybe. Wink.
Wink.
I wonder
better
how
predict.
I wonder how small you are on a real map. Oh my god, you're so tiny. You know what? Let's leave your cursed ass miniatures behind too, and we'll just drag some new ones in. Does that work for everybody?
I
Sure.
approve.
That works.
All right, because even selecting them is killing me. I might have to just restart my Roll20 real quick because it's struggling.
Oh, you've also got all that weather.
Yeah, here. I'm moving so slow as I try to transition you to this other map. All right, there we go. All right, things should get better now. Things should get better now. I hope. All right, characters. Here we go. We got a Sergeant Kirak. We've got a Egan. We got a Salem. Got a Gyoza. We got a Larionis. And we got a Marcus. All right.
I have to assume that you say Gyoza, they message you, because if you message Lars, Lars would be like, they said they're here to kill us.
Yeah. They did their research. I'll tell you that. As you arrive, you see that the cultists are all wearing red, gold, and black, as are the kobolds. These kobolds look especially fierce. So, please be careful. Is there something funny about this this especially fierce kobold? Is that you okay? I needed something that
I'll pull it
matched the
together.
fierceness
Sorry.
of the cultists. See? It's basically the same image. It's basically
It's the neckerchief.
As you arrive, climbing up the ropes, the rope ladders that are dropped, they reel them in. There are a great many kobolds. I'm not going to put as many kobolds on the map as there are, but there are a lot of them. As you arrive, this individual right here, Delphine, approaches, and she says, "Greetings and well met. My name is Delphine. I was sent to retrieve you from certain death. Your lives are now in the hands of the mighty Clouth. Clouth? Hold on. Clow?
Cloth.
Oh.
The
Clout?
mighty cloth. The mighty cloth.
Clouth. Thank you. Yeah. The almighty Clouth. Forgotten Realms is so hard. It is. Yeah, we've talked about Clouth before. Klauth. Yep. So she says, "Your lives are now in the hands of the mighty Clouth. You can repay this debt at a later time. For now, we must hasten to escape. Iymrith will likely teleport after you once she realizes that you are no longer in that shrine."
We kind of closed those things for no reason.
Well, she is a powerful wizardess of the 20th circle. Honestly, it's quite impressive. Perhaps a blessing from Tiamat herself that you're even still alive.
Larionis.
All right, so the ship is constantly like flying away, trying to go up, up, up. You see the snow kind of burning against the flaming ring that powers the ship. What do you guys want to do?
Eat a good berry.
Okay.
I'm going to.
I'm on guard the entire time. Definitely. People who look like that. Yeah.
Wow, profiling. I have a guy. I have a guy in my Sunday evening game that would look like that every day if he could get away with it. And
they did say they work for Tiamat.
Lars is exploring.
No, they said they work for Clouth.
Yeah, and then they said,
And they
"Praise
said, "Thank
Tiamat."
Tiamat."
Lars, as you attempt to explore, you are followed by a great many kobolds. You are not allowed in any of the rooms or doors, or they will roll initiative on you to fight you.
That answers that question.
Hey,
All right.
no, I think you can take all those extremely dangerous-looking kobolds.
Action
Therapist,
economy, pack tactics. Come on, guys. As you guys are trying to get your bearings and figure out just what the hell is going on here, there is a vorping sound, and you see Iymrith appear.
Muscle bastard.
Her mouth crackling with lightning. She looks over at the ship, and as she prepares to fire her breath weapon at the loudest keyboard typer in the whole world, for fuck's sake tonight, guys, as she tries to do that,
This is a serious game.
yeah, man. She sees the ship, and she sees the heraldry on the ship. And she closes her eyes, and the energy kind of fades, and she begins to fly away. Does anyone want to fire on her?
I would like to, but I don't have
Yes.
Was she within?
She was within
What's
120
that?
feet because she was going to blast y'all with her breath weapon. But when she saw
And
the
the thing-
heraldry of the airship, she did not attack.
This thing has cannons. You said?
There's a lightning storm going. I really want to call lightning, but
You said this thing has cannons, right?
It has cannons, yeah.
Ah,
You notice that they do not fire on her, and she does not fire on them.
Yeah.
I will roll into initiative if
I'm-
someone would like to shoot her.
I'm gonna look. Is this the one who was talking to us?
The one north of Gyoza.
Yeah. They all look subtly the same.
I will activate her
I'm gonna-
name tag for you.
Racist.
I'm gonna ask why aren't they firing?
She sees the symbol of Clouth, and she knows that she is outmatched. If she dares move against us, even if she's victorious, she will call down his wrath upon her.
Yeah, but kill her now and you won't have to deal with that later.
She is not to be harmed at this time. Clouth wishes to talk sense into her, if possible. And you see the kobolds rushing around, like, you know, messing with, like, gears and knobs and ropes and all this other kind of stuff, keeping the airship going. The cultists are kind of, like, looking back over the railing to see that she's kind of moving away. Anybody? Turn tracker?
I feel like you really, really want us to fight her.
Nah, I just going once, going twice.
No one should fuck up this détente. This is gonna be an easy, clean escape.
All right, she
Let this one go.
disappears into the snowstorm.
I was waiting for Salem to do something, and then I was gonna do it.
All right, as she disappears into the snowstorm, there is an audible, like, anime sigh from the entire crew. You see, like, the little, like, sweat cloud kind of come out of their masks and their little kobold snoots as they're just like, oh, thank God. Oh, God, that would have been really bad.
Wait, can I insight check this?
Yeah. Yeah, with those insights, you realize that A, Delphine 100% believes that the words she said are true. That Clouth is that fucking strong that just seeing his symbol scared away that dragon. But that B, that dragon is so strong, they were worried they were all going to die. You guys have just gotten in the middle of something between two of the strongest entities in the north.
Hey, Crash.
Yeah.
Wait,
Is-
Klaus?
I'm just curious. Would that fight be like a fair fight for a group of level 20 players?
Oh yeah, dude. Trust me.
Hey,
yeah.
Hey, Crash.
What?
Crash.
Yeah.
Is this the same Klaus that, according to like, we're in Faerun, right?
Yeah.
According to like Faerun, knowledge is like people know about this guy. Like,
Yes.
it's common knowledge about how
old-
there's an entire
old
mountain
s-
range named after him.
Yeah, old Snarl. He is the size of a castle. Yeah. If you would like to fight him, I have this miniature here. If you'd like to fight him. No? Okay,
I just
Okay.
remembered, like, Klaus finally clicked. I'm like, wait, why is it so familiar?
Oh yeah, he is the big dick red dragon of Forgotten Realms. He is the Schmog of Forgotten Realms. Yeah.
He sits in his castle in mountains.
Yeah, he is but he is also, much like Iymrith, heavily invested in the Sword Coast.
Oh, so he's our friend. All right. Well, quote unquote friend.
That's a
He's
big
Lex
dragon.
Luthor, and he doesn't want his city destroyed.
Right.
Oof.
So,
No.
as you kind of like fly further south into the storm, the weather begins to improve, and Delphine says, all of you, just stay where you are, and are any of you mortally wounded or require
Yeah.
healing?
Me, by my own hand mostly, but yes.
All right.
Marcus will not.
All right. She's going to cast Cure Wounds on you. You recover 5 hit points.
I was like, 3. Amazing.
Wow, these guys are spectacular.
Salem, thank you for the healing.
For me as well?
You probably saved my life.
Okay. She will cast Cure Wounds on you.
Anything.
You
for
receive
Cool.
3 hit points.
anything for you guys, for all of you, Gyoza.
Awesome.
Delphine says to you guys, now that you have been saved, I suppose you will need to be deposited somewhere. Where would you like us to drop you off? And know that Klauth will call in a favor to return this at a later date.
I'll be calling it a favor also.
Yeah. Yeah, I
Right.
don't think that's how it works.
Where's our floating? Hey, where's our floating cloud giant friend?
We don't know.
Well,
I'll say where do they? I'll
How-
ask where they intend to take us.
Hey guys.
how hard is
Yourtar.
it to spot a floating castle in the sky?
Well, Delphine says, we have much to do, and
Ours is
little
the-
time to ferry you about. Errands of our great lord must be run, messages sent, items
Wait.
retrieved.
Let's
Lars.
vote. Let's
Lars,
vote
did you actually do that, Lars?
God, no.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah, you turned off.
I'm gonna need to start
Dude,
doing
you keep
symbols
rolling
for you
death
guys.
saves.
Yeah, it's called OOC, buddy. It's not called using your in-game emotes, alright? Wow. Alright.
Did you just call me the thing?
I didn't call you the
I
thing.
thought he was saying
No.
that in character, and I was saying that quietly to Lars. Factor.
I was saying that in character.
Alright.
Hey, guys,
Where
y'all wanna-
Anyway.
do you want them to drop you off?
I'm going to. Gyoza's going to
I think-
suggest Yourtar.
Yourtar? Okay.
Oh, well, you're thinking like
Yeah, that's
save
small.
spot. I was gonna be like, let's go to the Frost Giants mountain range.
I think we're
No,
pretty
we'll
close.
go there later.
Yeah, because we can totally take on all the Frost Giants.
Yeah,
Well,
let's
we
pick
only
up something that
technically
can,
need to go into.
slay some giants before we start knocking on their door.
Yeah, how long will it take us to get there?
Hold on. I need to know why. this suddenly
Delphine
turned
turns on the
Super-
airship
Super
music,
Smash
and she
Bros.
says, Yourtar, good. Now be quiet. And don't go anywhere.
Is this just Castlevania? Okay, that's fine.
You think this is Castlevania music?
No, this is
Is-
Final Fantasy's.
Oh my
Wait,
god.
Is that
Hold
not what's
on.
playing
I
right
gotta
now?
mute my mic for a few minutes. Hold on.
He
It's
is just cursing us out so much right now.
so badly.
You broke crack.
all I.
The good news is we can hear him on stream still.
Oh, can you?
No, if you, it's in the recording. I bet we can still hear.
Oh, it's Final Fantasy. I'm sorry, I was on the wrong page.
Castlevania.
God plus.
Way to piss off the DM, guys. You know, just a principle, he might like, and
All right, the ship.
Dragonfall is there, TBK.
The ship is much faster than a cloud castle. However, you are a great distance from Yourtar, so it will take time to get there. During this time that they are flying you there, you can do a number of things similar to when you're traveling on the cloud castle. You have limited access to places on the ship. Basically, they have I don't want to say a brig, basically. Yeah, so like, you guys can hang out in there, but they don't have like guest rooms for you or anything like that. So you can either sleep out on the deck, or you can sleep in the brig. But they keep you closely monitored. During the 3 days that it would take, I believe it'd be 3 days. Let me see. Speed, flying.
It'll take
2
3
days.
days?
2 days.
Oh, okay. 2 days.
During the 2 days that would take them to get you to Yourtar, do you, at any point, try to mutiny and take over this airship? That's the first
Strongly
question.
considered it. That's a real strong consideration. Not gonna lie.
That is, yeah, it totally is.
Hey, all right.
yeah.
So during these 3 days,
Mm-hmm. 2 days. 2 days.
2 days.
are we able to get an accurate head count of the entire crew?
In total, there are 30 kobolds working on the ship, and there are 7 cultists.
We could take them.
Easily, gust of wind. Don't even need to do damage.
The
I was
cultists,
going
the cultists rarely take their masks off, but when they do, you do see that there is a human, there is a half-orc, there is an elf. I think this is probably the only 3 that you would see, unless you're making an active, like, scavenger hunt to try to see all of the cultists.
Yeah, I'll do that.
I don't think any of us know how to fly this thing.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the rub right there.
They will view any, touchy of the mask or intrusion of personal quarters as, aggressive action.
No,
won't do that.
I'm just gonna watch them all and follow
Okay.
them all closely. But no touchy.
Do you have any questions for these people about Clouth?
What's the greatest feat you've seen him accomplish?
Oh, that's actually a good question. So one of them tells you that Clouth, in order to suppress the rage that burns inside of his heart, because Red Dragon, and maintain his incredible discipline, every now and again he must vent that rage by murdering hundreds, if not thousands, of people. So the coolest thing that they have seen is he ripped the top off a mountain and threw it at a tribe of orcs, killing all of them.
Okay.
So that was one of the coolest things that they saw him do.
I would
I'm
ask
gonna
him,
kill the whole-
how many of these things, on average, does their group have? Like, do they have a lot of these, or what's going on?
Oh,
with that?
airships? They have more than one. They tell you.
During this time, would we have gotten a long rest and whatnot?
Oh, for sure, yeah.
Could I insight it to see if they mean 2 or more than
Yeah, sure. Give me an insight check. You get the feeling that they don't have many. They certainly don't have a whole fleet. Yeah. The way it sounds, it's probably maybe 3. maybe a little bit more than 3. But from what you could tell, the technology necessary to build something like this is incredibly expensive. Incredibly expensive. They had these things way back in the day during like the Netherese age and like the Age of Magic and all that kind of stuff. But nowadays, the getting this technology to work is crazy. Is anybody here proficient with tinkering tools?
Nope.
Nope. Okay.
No.
I think that would be probably. This is a stretch. Is anybody proficient with air vehicles?
Oh man, I got wings. Does that count?
No. All right.
Okay.
So you have no idea. This is a wonder of magic and technology. None of you have any sort of training to understand how it works or just how expensive it would have been to make. But you are confident that it would be,
Expensive?
probably more than 500,000 gold, maybe 1 million gold.
I'm gonna ask.
Definitely easy to steal right now.
It definitely would, yeah. You could 100% steal this property from Clouth, the dragon who tore a mountaintop off and threw it in an entire tribe of orcs,
Yep.
killing them instantly.
Yep.
Who somehow, through magical divination, knew where you were and that Iymrith was attacking you. I'm sure it would go over really well.
I'm gonna ask the leader of this merry
That being
band of-
said, for our next campaign, does anybody have any suggestions? Because we could always do Odyssey of the Dragon Lords. I don't know. I mean,
you want to do another Odyssey of the Dragon Lords?
well, I'm just
I
saying.
mean,
I mean, well, Friday will be free, so we could,
I
you know.
Well, I mean, with that on the table, Lars is going to take his stab one of the cultists right in the back.
Oh man,
Absolutely
but Lars
not.
already
Pick
jumped
up
off the
his
airship
badges.
and died. So that
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
okay. No, guys, it's fine. I got
Not
this.
to mention,
Is there,
Carrick is
like-
right next to him. We'll grab him by his scruff and shake him and say, "What the fuck are you doing?"
Wait. Is there an
Stabbing
engine?
Carrick in the neck.
All right. Do you have
Quote,
any
unquote.
other questions for the cult of Clouth?
Yes.
Yeah, Gyoza,
Uh,
okay.
Clout, and Claw.
Go ahead,
All
Gyoza.
and Yourtar are getting along.
Okay. They sort of chuckle when you ask that, and you say, Claw Yiliamatar informed Clouth of the situation. Now that he has been involved, Iymrith will have to think twice before pursuing her machinations any further. Unfortunately, much damage has already been done, and I have a feeling that even his strength will not be enough to dissuade her from her path.
What sort of damage has she done besides attacking us?
Iymrith is upset about the events that transpired many years ago. Do you recall the time when Tiamat tried to come forth into the realms? You would, because you were alive and it almost ended the world, so you would totally remember. Yeah. They're referring to the events of Wrath of the Dragon. No, Wrath of the Dragon Queen, Horde of the Dragon Queen, something like that.
Horde of the Dragon.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
gonna say, is Scales of War tied into this game?
No,
Oh my
no,
God.
that's a different world. That's Elser Vale in the world.
The world.
So basically, Iymrith is super pissed because she had a lot of resources invested into that campaign, and do-gooders stopped Tiamat, and the plan was a bust, and then a lot of dragons died, and she was really pissed off. So when the ordning happened, she knew about it slightly ahead of time because level 20 Wizrobe, keeping tabs on things, and she has been manipulating the giants and their reactions to the ordning since it dropped. Because you see, Iymrith is a natural shapeshifter and can assume any form. So, using these different forms, she has been manipulating the small folk, as the giants call us, and the giants themselves from within.
Wait. So like blue dragon, like blue tiefling, certain bar in place, maybe.
Oh yeah, she manipulated Marcus good.
Huh.
But Aphiniel is definitely my goddess.
Nope. I'll probably her.
How well do they guard us at night?
Kobolds are nocturnal. So 15 work during the day with their adorable little like Inuit sunglasses on, like goggles. And then the other 15 work at night.
And the cultists, are they generally only daytime, or is there one or two of them at night?
Yeah, they, how ships work. They have some people on the night crew and some people on the day crew.
Because Larianis is 100% going to use his elf shadow double to try and fake out and sneak somewhere he shouldn't.
Okay.
During the first night.
What are you hoping to accomplish with this?
Literally just finding anything in the form of whether it be papers or, I mean, he'll also do petty theft if something useful comes up from that. But really, just trying to see what he can find in there. He's just curious.
Can you find anything out about Hecaton?
All right.
I mean, the Final Fantasy music's got me feeling like Locke. You just wander through the whole ship, opening everything you can.
Yeah. Question about Hecaton. Yes. So the cultists inform you that Hecaton has gone missing, and that is the crux of all this. He needs to be found and reinstated in power, and his anger against the small folk tempered.
Do they have any...
Klauth believes that you are the sort of people that could make that happen.
Guys, I've got a crazy idea. I'll tell them to get a move in private.
Okay.
Maybe we can repay this debt immediately, because owing Klauth a favor might not be in our best interest. What if we give him one of these pieces to hold on to? It'd be safe. And the only thing we have to do with them is keep them safe. We're safer than in Klauth's possession.
I agree.
I actually think that's a little bit too low on the scale in comparison to what just happened.
It might go away to ingratiating us. And I believe it will only... If we get captured by the giants and they get all of our stuff, at least this one piece wouldn't be.
I don't think one piece is gonna make or break us. And
Yeah,
I don't
I
think giving
disagree.
over a potential tool is going to change the mind of Klauth as far as when he's calling in his debt on us.
It might help. I don't think it would hurt anything. I think it could only help us.
I
I'm
think
not giving
there's...
over a weapon that we can.
Yeah,
use.
I strongly disagree, because it would only serve to maybe potentially give us some sort of edge, and then there's no guarantee of it.
All right, we vote on it.
Well, think of it this way: we'd stand much more to gain from something like using the adamantine pieces ourselves if we can find someone who can work the metal.
That can't be worked.
It could be worked by a certain dwarf who the town was attacked, ransacked. Maybe they're good to go now.
Maybe not. And there are
I'm
more
willing
pieces.
to-
There's a bunch of other pieces we can find.
I'm very strongly swaying against it because at most we'd probably get a couple thousand gold, as like opposed to our lives being saved. You can't pay off a life.
Also,
debt
Lars,
without
during this meeting, go ahead and give me those 4 checks I asked for.
All right.
You guys can keep going while Lars
Okay.
makes or
well,
breaks this encounter.
Anybody else think it's a good idea? Or a bad idea?
For what exactly?
Oh my fucking god.
Wow. Well,
Opening with a 2.
you get caught right away sneaking around. They go to Gyoza, who Clouth told them is your leader, and they report your behavior. They say that, give me one reason not to throw him over the side.
He's useful.
I'm royalty.
He would
Wow.
survive anyway.
They don't believe that, with the deception of 11, nor do they care about elven royalty from far away. This is Cloth's town, and it's Cloth's rules. Yeah, like, in order to stay on the ship, Gyoza, if he is caught again, anywhere but the brig, you guys are done. They're just gonna drop you off wherever you happen to be, and that's that.
Lars,
Like he needs to
if
go
you
to the
sneak
brig.
out of the brig, you're not a member anymore.
I'm really sad because it
Don't
cut
do it.
out as soon as Crash said if he is caught. And then I came back. It came back in to Gyoza talking.
I'll
What's
stay
up,
in the
Soft?
brig.
All right.
As
As
deception being in the brig.
I mean,
But you,
he was trying to get through his checks, and they're going terribly. Yeah. So, all right. So you get in trouble. They're lawful, so they approach your leader. They inform your leader of your misbehavior. They offer up a solution. That's that. If you comply, they will continue to be helpful. They do refill your healer's kits if you have them. They do provide rations if you need them. They do repair damaged equipment. Some of the kobolds are quite handy. And they will replenish ammunition as well. You are fed, you are watered, and you are resupplied.
Along the way, the trip.
It's
I'm gonna
important to
kinda-
know that just because people are evil doesn't mean they're bad.
I'm gonna try and throw Delphine off a little bit.
Like, you throw her off the airship a little, because a
No,
little
no,
bit
no,
off
no,
an
like-
airship is a lot.
No, like psychologically.
Oh, okay,
And I'm gonna go up to her and I'm gonna ask a question about Clouth.
okay.
And I'm gonna be like, if he's so great, how many times has he died and come back to life?
She kind of like cocks her head and says,
Is he immortal like I am?
she just kind of
Died
looks.
8 times.
All right. She just sort of looks at you, and she says, "You are a strange creature. Sometimes mutations can curse a creature with an inability to die, much like a troll.
What? Wait,
I'm sorry
Did
for
this
your
person-
condition.
did you just call me a troll?
Well, you
Yeah,
just
I think,
you
I
just
think she compared you with Salem.
you just told me that you're unable to
Slowly start
die.
Pulling out a fireball scroll.
I mean, am I supposed to feel pity for you or be?
No, you're supposed to be impressed.
Oh,
Yeah, I
you
bet if
are a
Cloth died,
small.
He wouldn't come back.
You are a small manticore. I am in the great service of Clouth, a living god.
Meh.
Ha-
He's the dragon.
Exactly.
Is this conversation being had out?
I mean, it's a small ship, and you're not allowed in a
Okay.
lot of the places on the ship. So yeah, as she's been assigned the short straw and is your handler, So, yeah, more than likely you guys hear this conversation.
I mean, we've seen dragons die already. Pretty sure any dragon can die.
Go for it, Lars.
I'm going to turn to Salem and say, Salem, you do realize that she's seen Klauth destroy that village of orcs, and you're merely claiming to have come back. I mean, I've seen it. I know that you have come back.
So it's not
but-
claiming; it's happening.
No. No. You have to look at it from her perspective. Have a little, what do they call it? Empathy, understanding of a different point of view.
No.
She's not gonna
We
believe anything.
received a dossier about each of you, and like that's in there that this creature keeps changing. I'm just not sure why I'm supposed to be impressed. Is all.
I don't see
Who's
you
got an
doing that.
ego on him? What do you want?
I
pretty
mean,
sure-
Doesn't Gyoza change like 4 or 5 times a day? I think that was in my
Oh,
notes.
he turns into dirty animals. That doesn't count.
Wow, Gyoza. I mean, you hear
I've
this.
seen plenty of people that are dirtier than those supposed dirty animals. Like,
Yeah, Gyoza doesn't care.
All right.
I think Larionis is preparing to do something.
Larionis is like real like wound up about this airship. I don't know what's going on. All right. Anything else that you need from the cultists before they drop you off in Yourtar?
No, he's just
I'm
gonna
ask
lay
if I can have one
down.
of the.
Whenever he sleeps, he's gonna lay down in the most inconvenient space.
Okay.
All
I
right.
would take- Depending on the answer on that Misty Step thing.
Are you really going to jump off the airship and try to Misty Step?
Hey, Salem.
Only if Lars is aware that that is actually a thing that can work. If it's an uncertain, untested theory, then no, I am not going to jump off the airship.
I mean, but why would you jump off anyway?
Give me an Arcana check.
Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo.
It is a dangerous but successful practice.
What is my vote for what?
So
Oh.
I'm saying we should give.
all right, I'd like to point out of character that
Yeah, was it just
Larionis does
typing
not
to me?
have a
Yeah,
good
we're in
track
the brig
record when it
anyway.
comes to going off stupid crazy shit.
Oh,
Just saying.
Oh man, someone in the stream trying to say that your downward momentum wouldn't be shut down.
Why wouldn't it? Misty Step is magic.
That's exactly the thing I'm saying. It's not like you're falling into a portal, like opening a dimension door that you're physically passing
Hey,
through. You're literally
I'm the DM,
dancing.
and I already made my call, and we're moving on. If you want to jump off the airship, you do you. Okay.
I still need to figure out what Gyoza's question is.
Oh, son of a bitch.
Gyoza is saying that if we give a piece of the Vonadon to Cloud, then it would be safer than carrying it on us.
I don't think Lars gets a
Ooh.
vote.
The dragons don't like the giants.
Yeah.
Did they have a big fight
Yeah.
at one point? Yeah.
Clouth might like it.
Yeah.
We have no use for it.
Salem would absolutely be like.
I
"That's a
would
good
argue
idea."
that we do have uses for it.
I mean, we
Alright.
don't.
That's
I can
3
think of
guesses.
at least 2 to 3 uses for it.
Okay, name them right now.
That's 3 yeses, 2 nos, and an indifferent. So I think we're doing it.
Lars
What-
has no
what-
vote. He's in the brig.
He's still
Whoa! I still get a vote.
Oh, you can't hear us.
I voted before I got in the brig.
I feel like we would
Alright.
still include him, but either way, I still want to
Alright.
know what these 3 uses are.
One of them is finding someone who can work it. It is immutable, but Crash
means
told
it
us
can't-
previously that we can find someone who may be able to do it. We still haven't followed up on that lead.
Right. Probably the
2,
fire giants.
worth a lot of money, we can at least, at the very least, sell it to somebody who's capable of keeping it somewhere safe, tucked, hidden away in, like, let's say, a lead box.
It goes
So like, I don't know the dragon.
3, even if we
We gather the pieces, turn it into a fucking weapon like it's supposed to be.
yeah, we could probably use it as like
It's-
a makeshift, like a shield or some shit like that. I imagine.
we were already told that it's evil. Like the weapon itself that it forms. I'm pretty
Give
sure.
me enough. Give me enough time. I'll rule it or something.
All right, so unless anyone's
But-
changing their vote,
I'm still voting for the dragon.
Are you guys? Oh, Egan says no.
all right.
We've got a
so
tie.
then it's tied because Egan decided to be cheeky about it.
All right.
Looks like we're indecisive. But we have
Okay,
a sudden death.
before we roll a d20, This is something that since I've got the Rod of Vanadad, as we're traveling to Yourtar, could I use that to see if we are passing by any
No, because it has to be
pieces?
within 1,000 feet of it, and we're probably way
Nope,
high up.
10 miles.
Oh, is it 10 miles?
Yeah,
the last time we
10
did
Yeah,
it
if you were 10 miles up, you'd be in realm space. So, yeah.
Oh, is the atmosphere that low here?
Let me check the map. Oh, by the way, you do have the thing that your boy was making. Do you want to see that? You know,
Yes.
the thing that you took
Yes,
from
please.
him right before he died. That thing. Okay.
Wow. What?
No,
Oh,
he's
yeah,
still alive,
Crashgem's
Crash. He's still alive. We didn't
He's
see him die.
In our
super.
hearts.
He's super dead. He's super dead.
There's no way. Really? Oh no.
Ranger driver Yourtar. He was making a map? Oh. I will treasure it forever. Wait, there's X's.
Oh, those are the pieces of the Vanadad.
You are here. Oh. Good job, man.
Yourtar as well.
Yeah, I refuse to leave
No.
it to a coin flip as well. I'd rather fist fight to decide whose decision goes.
Who?
So did we
who-
just fly past a piece for the Great Worm Cavern, or was that where we were?
You
Where we
were
were.
where it says you are here. So
Ah,
Great Worm Cavern was east of your current location. If you are going
Well,
to Yourtar,
missed opportunity.
you are flying in a straight shot. So when you go over the shining white, you may have triggered it, but I think if they're taking you on a straight shot on the map, that's more than 10 miles. Let me go to the big map and double check. But I think
Okay.
I don't think that would trigger. Let me see.
Fair enough.
Now, if you share the map and are like, hey, like, fly over these places on the way there, I mean, that might. I don't know.
Well, I think it'd really only be beneficial is if we could stop there on the way, but they do not seem to be keen on that notion.
Well, I mean, one of your guys has tried to run around. One of them's acting like a weirdo. I mean, you gotta understand, okay, that sometimes, you know, we joke around, we have fun. There's NPCs that are like kind of goofy, and that's cool and stuff. But like, these are fully functional thought constructs trying to exist in a virtual world, right? Like, they're gonna act
Yeah.
like normal people. These are lawful evil cultists. They don't have a lot of time for like jokes and like grab ass. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, they're
Oh, I
doing
know.
they're here to do their fucking job. And like, you guys have enough of a rep that their boss told them to save you. They go to save you at great risk of personal peril, because if Iymrith did decide to follow through, it could have been a real bad scene for them. Maybe the last scene of their lives. They're also nervous as hell because you're strong enough to have survived fighting her, fighting Massos, and all of the other adventures that you've had. And you could turn on them at any second and kill them, so they are nervous about that. So they don't really take like any of the stuff you guys are doing as like a joke. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like,
Yep.
yeah, like, you guys are like kids in an airport right now thinking it's funny to crack jokes about having a bomb in your suitcase. Like, you're just coming across as the biggest fucking assholes right now.
Yeah, we're murder hoboing it.
Yeah, like, and
Well,
I mean,
sort of.
it's cool if that's the kind of campaign that we're running. Like, okay, but that's how you're coming across the NPCs. So, would they have been willing to like swing by these spots on the way to your destination at first when they were resupplying you, literally casting healing spells on your wounds, making sure that you were safe? Absolutely. Would they be willing to do anything to help you now? Probably not. Probably just throw you off the side of the ship because they're tired of your bullshit. So that's kind of where they're at. Either way, you would not pass close enough to the Shining White to know for sure if there was a piece there. You do arrive at Yourtar. They let you out a distance from the city so as not to panic the people of Yourtar too much, and they fly away. You're approximately 10 miles outside of Yourtar. Do you wish to go to the city, or what is your plan? I'll move you back to the main map.
I'm sorry. One more time. That very last part.
You are 10 miles north of Yourtar in the Deserin Valley. So you should be back on the main map now. I think I
Yeah.
moved. Yeah. So you guys are right.
Marcus, could you message anyone in Yourtar to see if, cause isn't this where the sword is?
It was 2 days ago. So, I mean, either way, 2 or 3 days ago. Oh, now 4 probably actually. No, maybe 5. Since
5
I
days
last talked.
ago.
Yeah, 5 days. So
well,
I would
he couldn't
say,
have gone too far. Let's start looking.
yeah. So I'll start by, I guess, reaching out to that girl if she's not Iymrith. So
Hey guys,
once we get there,
with the Vonadod piece, I think we agreed to, settle
Here's-
disagreements with the D20 rolls. Are we gonna do that? Are we gonna honor
Yeah.
that decision?
That's what we agreed to. Let's do it.
I didn't
Yeah.
agree to it.
That was part of the
Alright.
part of the new
Okay.
code of
All
conduct
right.
that was
Yeah.
brought
Yeah.
up.
Okay. Yeah. You're right. Okay. Yeah. Go for it.
We all agreed to that.
Dibs on evens.
Okay, I guess since I proposed it, I'll do the roll.
All right.
All right.
And okay,
So,
odd,
oh,
we do it. Even, we do not.
All right. So odd, you offer a piece of the Vonadod to the cultists.
Yep.
Yeah.
All
to
right.
Give to Cloud.
Even you do not. Okay.
Aha!
All right. So you do not give them a piece of the Vonadod.
All right.
I feel like we
Fire
could have had a
dance with a
really good
dish.
ally at that point.
Yeah, I think that was a really poor decision.
I feel like at this point it would be just like, hey, sorry about all our rogues sneaking around your ship, that kind of situation. And like, I don't think the dragon would care about that. Honestly, I really don't.
I think it. All right, so never mind.
All
I would
right.
like to offer the cultists 4 platinum for one of their masks.
They do not. They're very significant to their religion.
Okay.
You look at them. The masks are made of black leather. Doesn't seem like they'd be hard to reproduce. But yeah,
keep it in mind.
I mean, like, would a bishop like give you his hat for $40? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Can I?
like, I don't know what you guys think cultists are exactly. Like, these are religious people that are fanatical about their religion. That's why they're cultists.
Now here's a question.
Sure.
If Larionis can sketch, would they have allowed him to sketch the mask so he could reproduce it?
I mean, as long as he stayed in the fucking brig, he could have done whatever he wanted to. Like, before that, he could have, gone on the deck and in the brig. Like, yeah, they're not going to take his art supplies away.
No, it's all good.
Yeah, like it's not like he was a bad little boy and they took his crayons away. They just don't want to. They just don't want to fucking around on the ship.
Fair enough, but to be fair, we have been acting like children.
Okay, so they with your crayons, you draw a picture of the thing. Do you have proficiency in artist tools?
I don't know. The drawing is another thing. He offered
Okay.
to buy it. They said no. That's all it is. This doesn't have to go any further than that.
Okay. So you guys stand in a field north of Yourtar, arguing about your decision with the Vanadad, arguing about behavior on the ship, arguing about what to do next. The airship putters away up into the cloud cover.
Yeah.
What's the
We
move,
probably-
guys?
We probably would be arguing a lot.
Yeah.
This is the point. This is the point in the movie where like the party splits up and
Oh yeah.
and then bad stuff happens and then they get back together and
Yeah.
but
I don't know about the rest of you, but we got shit to do. Or we're going to Yourtar now.
yeah.
Okay.
On to Yourtar.
All right. Karaka, I start walking to Yourtar.
All right. I will move you over to the Yourtar travel brochure. As you go to message your friend the blue tiefling,
Actually, I just look for her.
oh, you're gonna ask around for her when you get there?
I mean, I'll go to the last the inn that we were at. She apparently worked there. So,
Okay.
yeah. So I would go
All
there.
right. So
see
you
if
go
she
to the lantern light, like the super fancy place. Okay.
Mhm.
Sure. All right. You go around asking for Inverse, the blue tiefling. Lore hounds everywhere have an aneurysm. Blood pours from their nostrils. They remember her. She is a gambler and a frequent patron, but she doesn't work here. Is what they tell you.
Oh, maybe I misunderstood then. Well, where can I find her then? I would ask.
I mean, she hasn't been here in a 10-day or so. So I don't know. Maybe she's traveling abroad. She does love to gamble though. So you could hit up one of the riverboat casinos, see if they have any leads.
At that point, instead of searching, I would just end up messaging her.
Oh, you're
Sending
gonna
a sending
okay?
to her.
Sure.
Yeah, using ascending and asking her if apologizing for the delay and then asking if she heard anything on Zymorphin's son.
Sure. The reply comes, and she says, "Oh, the cannon. It's been a long time. I hope you're well. Swordbearer still in city."
Okay. And yeah, then I'll let them all know, the rest of my party, that we should probably get going on finding out any leads on where that guy is with our sword.
The military district, would that be sort of an overlap between like the Yourtar Guard as well as any?
Yeah, that would definitely be where you would find the local like guard headquarters, essentially the barracks and the garrison and all that jazz.
In that case, I would like to aid in this by possibly reaching out to the,
Oh, soldier
people
background.
there.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
And see if I can
Yeah.
leverage that and see if they have seen or heard or know the whereabouts of Zymorphin, since he is a well-known knight's son. They might have been like, oh, that's that guy's son.
Yeah, fair enough. All right. Hold on just a second. While I find out how much information you could yank out of the guards for that one. Hype. Okay. like there's all these interconnected locations and characters, so I'm just double checking all of them real quick. Let's see. This would be Urgula. Okay, here we go. Yeah. So you go and you ask about Harthal. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so a few things to know about Yourtar. Yourtar is super feminist. So men are, I mean, they can vote, I guess. But it's definitely they are the second class gender in Yourtar. So Yourtar is very like girl power, very like very feminist, very liberated place. The more elite guards are usually recruited to work directly for the River Baroness in her special forces. But there are, like beat cops and things like that are guys. As a fellow guy, who's also a fellow soldier, there is a kinship there that they feel towards you when you arrive. And you are surprised to find out that Harthal actually works as a guard.
Okay. Right on. In that case, I'd ask, okay, is he working today? Work? Where could I find him?
So the guards are kind of like they don't really want to talk about it too much. But they're like, well, he had a real bad gambling problem, and he didn't make it very long as a guard before he lost everything and got into a lot of trouble. And then he tried to use his status as a guard to steal a bunch of stuff to pay off his debts. He's actually in prison right now.
Well, that's fine. What about a sword? Wait, am I with you?
No. They're not going to necessarily know anything. We don't tip our.
Okay.
Let's just see if we can go talk to them.
All right, so you ask him. You basically kind of pull like, "Hey, I'm a soldier. I was been there fighting D&D Nazis when you were just a baby, and all that jazz."
No, I would not have talked down to him.
Oh yeah. I got you.
Beyond their level, like
Sure.
Officers suck. Hey, can you help a fellow brother out?
They do want to know.
On me, so
They do want to know a believable reason for them to take you to see him.
Carrot.
Okay, someone's trying to get my attention.
Yeah.
Like just you leaving to go talk to the guards of the city, you could just tell him that he's wanted for crimes in another location, and that'd probably help you out a lot. For stealing, just say you stole a sword,
or we could
that we're here to try and retrieve it.
All right. Let me try this. So I would say that the reason that I am wanting to speak to Harthal is, in my recent travels, I've actually met his father. They, ended on some bad terms. They're trying to reconcile, but there's also the matter of, a certain family heirloom that was taken without permission, and I'm trying to make restitution on all those points. It would go a long way to perhaps giving the guy some options should he ever find his way further north.
Okay, it's believable enough, and like a touching, sad story about a wayward son. It kind of hits home with the dude guards. They agreed to take you and only you to go meet with the prisoner.
Okay.
All right. So I guess no time like the present. They kind of unlock some doors and kind of invite you into the garrison, and they lead you down into the dungeon where he is being held. wow, the adventurer wanted you to like spend a bunch of money bribing the thieves guild, but good thinking. Just being like, hey, fellow guards. All right. He's in bad shape. Harthal is in real bad shape. He probably, in addition to a gambling addiction, had some kind of drug and alcohol problem and has been detoxing very poorly in his cell. The smell is horrible. He is no longer the super handsome picture that of health that you saw back at Zymorvan Hall. He is kind of a waste of a man at this point. Here, I'll throw up his art anyways, so you can remember the good old days when he was a handsome douchebag. I don't know. Maybe he's kind of looks like got a little trouty mouth there. I don't know. Anyways, he looks up and he says, "What now? What now?"
Arthal, I'm.
Who the fuck are
my name's
you?
Carrick.
Oh.
My name's Carrick. Not that you care.
Do I owe you money too?
No. I'm actually here to possibly give you a way out of this.
The guard next to you kind of stiffens a little bit, but doesn't do anything. Oh yeah?
No.
How are you gonna do that?
Well, believe it or not, I've met your father. And before you start saying other shit, I know he's a piece of work. But he, for what it's worth, you are his son, and he misses you. And he asked that if I ever came this way, that I look you up and let you know. And looks like you could use some help.
All right, give me a persuasion check. With advantage, because you brought up some good points here. He just kind of chuckles a bit, and he says, "I don't think that my father would give a shit other than to laugh at what's happened to me. That fat bastard."
Yeah, well, he is a fat bastard, but would you rather be laughed at back at home, or would you rather suffer and mope down here?
Look, I owe a lot of people a lot of money. Pretty much the whole route from like Zymorvan Hall south and west to Yourtar, including the local thieves guild. So unless my dad sent you with a shitload of dragons, getting out of here is just going to be a death sentence. At least in here, I'm like safe for the time being. At least until the hand of Yourtar sneaks somebody in here to take me out and make an example out of me.
Well, something else that maybe, if you haven't already pissed that away. What about that? What about that family heirloom that you took?
Oh, that's what this is about. I should have known.
That's part of it, kid.
He doesn't give a
There's
shit
a
about
bigger
me.
thing-
He just sent you to get his fucking sword.
Bullshit. And I backhand him.
Oh, wow. The guard kind of, as you do that, he just sort of laughs. You get the feeling that this guy maybe grew up in an abusive home. He's used to getting slapped around by big old dudes. Yeah. He turns to you, blood kind of like streaming between his teeth, and he says,
Well, I don't hit him that hard. I'm hitting him hard enough.
well, I mean, he's kind of a wimp and you're very strong.
All right.
Yeah. So he turns back to you and he says, yeah, otherwise you give him a little girl slap. I mean,
And I strike him.
Carrot,
yeah.
You gotta hit him emotionally. That's how you get him.
He turns back to you, blood on his teeth, and he says, Well, I don't have the fucking sword, okay? They took the fucking sword away from me. And he looks
Who's
over at
they?
he looks
Maybe you
over
could
at the
sort all this
guard,
out.
and the guard looks at him, and he looks at the guard, and he says, Thalzar Brenner. That's who has the fucking sword. He took it from me after he beat the shit out of me and arrested me. He said that this would go a long way towards starting to pay off what I owed. The guard next to you says, well, I mean, Thalzar Brenner is a guard captain. I can't imagine that he'd do anything illegal. And then
Really?
this guy kind of chuckles like, okay. Well, that's the truth. I don't have any money. I don't have any pull. I don't have any allies. And I don't have the fucking sword. So, I don't know if you really want to bother breaking me out of here, or busting me out, or bribing me out, or whatever my old man told you to do. But if you only came for the sword, and I'm pretty sure that's all you did come for, now you know where it is.
I came looking for the sword, and I came looking for you. I also had a complicated relationship with my dad. And since our travels were taking us here, I took it upon myself to seek you out. So for one sad, scared, beat up kid to another, maybe turn something around. I made something work for me. And seeing you in this shithole, Lord knows you could use someone that could help you out. I'm not doing this just to fuck you out of information and leave you here. But you gotta give me something to work with, something that I can use to, I don't know, gain your release. Get you out of here, get you on the road back to well.
The guard informs you that paying his fines would only be 150 gold. Because he did, quote unquote, strike an officer when he was being arrested. He did use his status as a guard to essentially gain access to a residence, and then he was caught robbing the residence. So, a lot of bad stuff going on. So, if you paid the 150, they would release him to you, but that wouldn't change the fact that he's got debts within the city. Now, the guard, who's kind of taken a liking to you, kind of pulls you to the side and says, if he's got the hand of Yourtar after him, it's only a matter of time. They're either going to get their money, or they're going to make a real messy example out of him. So if you're going to get this guy out of here, and out of our protection, I hope you've got a strong sword arm and a good pair of eyes, or however much money this kid seems to need.
I'm no fairy godmother, so I'm not going to be able to pull that kind of coinage out of my ass, but I'll do what I can. Can you make sure that no one sneaks in here while I'm away?
I mean, we'll try.
All right.
The hand of Yourtar. The guard kind of looks left and looks right. I mean, they kind of control the city.
All right. Well, if it's only 150 gold to get him, give me some time. I'll be back with it.
All right. Then he leads you back out of the dungeon and out of the garrison. All right. The guard says, it was a pleasure to meet you. My name is Brarsh. And if you need to talk about the prisoner again, you could just ask for me, and I'll try to help in any way I can. You didn't have to do all that extra stuff for that kid.
I know, but it's the thing to do.
Listen,
And
I didn't want to say this in front of the prisoner or where other people could hear, but Brenner's a bad dude. Like, he's a captain, but he's pretty unruly, and he don't treat his women too well. That's given him a real bad rep all over the city, and it makes the rest of us guards look real bad. Now, I'm not sanctioning anything illegal here, but I'm just telling you, he's strong and he's connected, but he's also got some enemies. You may want to handle this a little tactfully, stay on the right side of the law. Just want to put it out there. It could get real complicated.
I appreciate the heads up. Big help.
Yeah.
You wouldn't happen to know who his enemies might be? I could.
Well, I mean, honestly, if you really want to know how this town ticks, you're going to have to reach out to the hand of Yourtar.
Fair enough.
Or, I don't know, if you've got some connections with some hoity-toity people, you might just try and get an audience with the River Baroness herself. Just explain the situation. You're working for another noble, the Zymorvan fella. Maybe they could handle it, at the executive level.
You've been a big help. I appreciate it. And I'm Carrick. And brother, if there's anything I can ever do, let me know.
All right. You see a yellow exclamation mark appear above his head. It's funny you should mention that. There's been rumor that Ettins are causing a lot of trouble for one of the settlements east of here along the road to Silvery Moon. If you head that way, I'd really appreciate it if you checked it out. And then a little box appears. Accept this quest.
Well, if I'm out that way, I'll definitely give it
All right, quest added to quest log.
Hey,
The rest of you get a heads up display. Carrick has accepted a quest.
Ah, dang it.
All right.
God damn it.
hey, aren't Ettins the thing that
That
I
woman
love that
needs,
topic.
yeah.
to make Bluetooth?
That's right.
All right.
I don't remember what part it was.
Oh,
But,
so we got two quests.
brains. Brains of the
oh,
enemy.
yeah. There you go.
Yeah, that is a twofer right there. That is a twofer. All right. So you have the name of the guy that has the sword. You know that the guy is in the city, and you have options. You guys want to sink 10 more minutes into this, or do you want to call it for the week and continue next week?
I want to play all night.
All right. 10 more minutes? Anybody? Dig deep?
I'm down for it.
All right.
Yep.
What are you going to do with this 10
Lars is
minutes?
going
Do you
to-
guys meet back up and share this info, or did you all split and try to get this information through different channels, which we can also do?
I'm waiting outside the jail.
Okay. Lars, did you want to handle this a more roguish way?
Oh no.
Actually, Lars spent the time that he was doing that at a tailor getting 3 fine clothing outfits made, so
Oh,
that he can handle it in a more.
nobly way. Okay. Fair enough. Anyone else do something besides clothes shopping and... I guess there would be a scene where, despite the Dritsteward and civil rights movement, you did bring a manticore, a half-dragon manticore into the city. So how do you explain that one away?
He's a member of the Sword Saints.
Okay. Is this another, human, half-elf cleric of Lathander vouches for him kind of deal? Or...
I would look him in the eye as I say that out loud. Yes, I would look Salem in the eye and say, I vouch that he will cause no trouble.
Okay. Since you are at this point somewhat famous adventuring party, and you are a somewhat famous cleric of a lawful good deity by Sword Coast standards, at least, they agree to allow your magical beast to roam the city under supervision. All right. So at that point, Carrick, you come out and fill them in on the situation.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll explain who's got the sword and what we possibly leverage against Brenner, the captain of the guard, and also point out that.
Well, he's
No,
not
some
the
hell of-
captain of the guard. He's a captain of the guard. Yep.
Excuse me, a captain of the guard.
Yeah. This is
Alright,
it's a big enough city that he is he's a watch captain. So he's not like, you're not going to destroy the infrastructure of their legal system by messing with this guy.
But
Alright,
I'm going to make a point of that one way or another. I'm going to need to borrow 150 gold, and I will repay it out of my cut of things. At the very least, if we can't get Althar released by other means.
Is this
well,
important
it
to
sounds
you?
like sounds
Yes.
like we should take care of his other debts before we take care of the one that gets him out of prison. He's probably safer
Well,
in there for
He's
now.
safer, but I'm not going to spoon feed this kid the whole thing. He's going to have to make his own way. I'm going to get him through the door, but he's going to have to figure out the rest on his own. I'm only going to do so much.
I'm just
If
saying for
this-
now, he's safer in prison than out.
Right. I'm just saying, if we can't make this work by me, that's the path of last resort, and I'm just being upfront with you guys about how I'd like to proceed.
Okay.
I want to pitch the idea that maybe the debts don't necessarily have to be paid in coin.
Yep, jobs are. Yep.
Yeah, but if he owes a bunch of money to the hand of Jesus, what kind of political backstabby shit are we going to get drug into?
I'm talking like at the we're known in this area. The Sword Saint name brand. I show my tattoo. We're known. This is our brand name. Like we're known. People know of us. They've heard of us, and
And
we
people know
have
herpes, but that
sway.
doesn't far.
Yeah, but does herpes offer you a favor though? Like no, herpes doesn't really offer you a favor. Like what I'm saying is that we have some sort of like sway, and like we definitely have, maybe not sway, but we definitely can persuade someone into seeing things a little bit more abstractly in our favor.
You have clout for sure. You do have clout.
Yeah,
Well,
especially me, because I can forge shit and stuff like that too.
Karak, can we just
Yeah.
explain? Can we just explain to this Brenner character that that sword does not belong to person.
Are you fucking serious?
no, I'm in character.
Yeah.
Absolutely. That's what Gios is gonna say. He's gonna say, "Can't we just explain that that's not that guy's sword? That's Morven's sword that he has. It's
Yoza,
stolen."
not everyone sees the world quite so black and white. This guy's a corrupt asshole. He's
What
not
if
gonna
we
get
do it
two
in front
shits
of
about who owns it.
What if we do it in front of everyone?
I can forge something that Lord Zymorvin himself is attempting to reclaim the sword that was stolen by his son back. And that we're here to. I mean, that's one option.
No, I
Doesn't
mean,
have to be that.
If it also, like he's saying, it's part of the debt. Like, is that 150 in like swap for it?
I don't think so.
No,
Oh, the
150 's
150
gonna
is
be
just his
bail.
fines. Yeah, his bail.
And that maybe it turns into another conversation about if we do something for him or how much gold do we have to pay. I'm saying we want to just throw gold at this situation.
Well,
If we
something to bear in mind is we don't have to throw. Gold is sort of the path of last resort. That's
Right.
because
Right, right.
it's
Yeah,
going to be a
that-
situation where if we pay a fee, then it's like, well, you've got your shipping and handling, you've got your it passed through this guy's hands.
Sales
It never
tax.
ends. But if we can work something out with perhaps the Baroness or with the Hand, as Marcus was suggesting,
Yeah.
that might be more efficacious.
Good
Okay.
word. Good word.
Efficacious.
Damn.
I say yes. Efficacious. What he said.
Well,
Okay.
the efficacy.
And I nod and I attempt to convey that I definitely know what he's talking while
All right.
pronouncing it wrong.
Yeah, Marcus, you watch some of the gondolas go by and people passing by on the bridges, and you're like, what a fucking word. Wow.
That's his new favorite word now. This guy-
All right.
He's gonna use it. He'll use it as an insult if he has to.
You have a number of paths to take to try and claim the sword. This is like one of those Assassin's open world video game missions, like Assassin's Creed, Grand Theft Auto, right? Where there are a number of ways to acquire the sword, right? That's the joy of Dungeons and Dragons. None of them are right or wrong, as long as I guess they get you the sword. But keep in mind, you are in a very large trade city that is run by a thieves guild, an all-ladies thieves guild. You are dealing with a corrupt guard captain, but he's still a guard captain. So this is another one of those, I guess lawful evil situations, right? Where, like, if you attacked a guard captain, they would, respond accordingly. Just like in real life, if there was a crooked cop, the crooked cop is protected by his status as a cop. It's kind of the same situation. Now, you've floated a lot of good ideas, talking to him directly, going over everybody's head, talking to like the leader of the town, making some fake documents that basically just say we're here officially to retrieve this sword. A lot of ideas here. Unfortunately, we are a little over time, so you have until like next week to sort of decide how you want to proceed in that way, and then I think that'll be a pretty quick. It'll be a pretty quick resolution one way or the other. So you'll need to start thinking about what you will do next. I guess is sort of the next move. So, any questions before we end for the evening?
Yeah, if Egan was to open up his Mario's box of chocolates, what would be in there?
Oh yeah, let's get that generated real quick. Okay. Let's see. I believe the stat sheet says that you're supposed to roll a few dice. Am I correct on that one?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I believe it was one. Well, that's each dawn, and then roll a d8 to determine which one, what the.
Chocolates are your boss monster.
Yes. I'm gonna force feed somebody.
All right, so every dawn, this box would spawn 1d3 chocolates. When they spawn, roll a d8 to determine what flavor they are. You've had this box for a while, so you should probably have a lot of chocolates in there.
He's gonna open it up and it just piles out.
Yeah. So let's see. You've had it for I guess not, because in game, you've had it
It's only
for
been like 2 or 3 days.
yeah, like 3 days.
Yeah.
So it'd be 3d3 would be how many chocolates there are, and then you would generate them.
Wait, where'd you get it?
He won a
Found it at the
Valentine's
temple,
Day
right?
build battle, but yeah, he found
Oh.
it in the temple. Yeah.
All right. All right. So that means I have 5 chocolates.
Like, when do you get reliable talent? Isn't that like level 10 or something? That's really when like the rogue life becomes a joy because
I think
you.
it's level 11.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I am
'Cause-
finding that the rogue from like after level 5 has been my least favorite class at this level.
It is a horrible crawl to 11, but there is someone in this group that can attest that reliable talent is amazing. Like, I think you could like say that, right, Salem? Is that reliable talent? Yeah,
It is.
because you can't crit fail skill checks.
Anything anything
Yeah.
you're skilled in.
Yeah, it's just amazing. All right, so you have filled up your chocolate box, so make sure that you're recording. This is a complicated magic item.
Realizing that now.
All right, do you want to eat one of them right now, or you good?
I'm thinking I think we should end this with me eating one of them, right?
Sure.
Let's see. Let's do the Snow White Mountain.
Eat one with sprinkles on.
All right, roll a d4 for me.
The one with sprinkles on it.
Okay, you bite into the chocolate. It has a delicious dark chocolate shell with a creamy, white chocolate sort of truffle, type thing inside. Your speed increases by 10. Your walking speed increases by 10 for the next 1d4 hours. So for 4 hours, your walking speed increases by 10.
All right, start power walking.
All right, there you go.
Egan, slow down, or I'm going to have to put a leash on you.
Sorry.
Oh, I see. There's this the caveat here at the bottom. Each chocolate comes wrapped in a special magical covering that displays its name. A chocolate loses its magical properties after being unwrapped for 1 minute, or when a new set spawns at dawn. So why don't we say
Okay,
that
so
you
it's
tried two more flavors, so that you at least start to learn what your flavors are.
Okay.
All right.
Terry's chocolate orange.
Okay. Oh God.
Okay.
Hold on.
Fireball.
Yeah, exactly. Just-
Oh boy. Okay.
You remember when
If I
Kevin
should do
Hart
this
was
out of
allergic?
town. Okay.
Remember when Kevin Hart's weakness was cake?
All right. Go ahead and roll a D10,000 for me.
I'm sorry.
What?
Egan, when you eat the nasty chocolate orange, because I'm sorry, they're just so gross. Go ahead and roll a D10,000.
I don't know how to do it.
So type you could do like when you go like /roll. There you go. Okay.
Oh my god.
Let's see what happens.
No.
I'm sure it's fine. All right. You don't really notice anything at first, and it takes the rest of the day for everyone to realize what's going on. But every time Egan opens his mouth, all of the nearby birds stop singing.
What the
What?
heck?
So I
That's
need
creepy.
you to add that to your character sheet.
Oh God.
That's very creepy, is what that is.
Is that for how long is that?
That
There's you don't know.
All right.
That's for
Opens his mouth and speaks, or just opens his mouth?
Just each time Egan opens his mouth, nearby birds fall silent.
That's
Huh.
creepy.
because
All
they're
right.
waiting with bated breath to see what he has to say to them.
Do you want to eat one more chocolate before we finish this session up?
Yeah,
You might as well.
The last one, yeah, rumen.
Okay, ruminated bourbon. Okay. You're gonna need to give me a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, shit.
All right. You gain a +2 to all charisma skill checks for the next 1d4 hours.
Alright.
It was filled with delicious alcoholic liquid courage.
Mm-mm.
That's a +2 to all
All charisma-based skill checks.
skill checks. Okay.
Alrighty.
All right. These are fun. I'm excited about this. I'm just gonna randomly pop them in Lars's mouth while I sleep.
Oh no. Which does? Well, I guess you have those to try. Do you pass the rest of them out to other brave people, or?
Yeah. We can do that.
Okay.
We
I'll
can
try
do that.
one. They look good.
Lars, yeah. Minty
Lar- there's-
caramel.
There's
for you.
just one problem. Lars doesn't eat.
Oh, not since
Oh,
you.
Lars,
Not.
just shove it up your ass.
I'll take minty caramel.
All right, and then haunted dark forest.
All right. Who? Minty caramel. All right. Marcus, when you eat the minty caramel, you feel great, like you just took a round of magical antibiotics. You gain the benefits of lesser restoration.
Oh,
Oh,
nice.
Incidentally,
yes.
that itch in your reaches
Mhm.
also went away.
Oh. Is that
were there any
right?
were there any chocolates that have been tried yet?
That have not been tried.
Yeah.
Yeah, the last one is haunted dark. Number 4.
Haunted what?
Haunted Dark
Dark
Forest. Yeah.
Who's that? Who's
All right,
that one going?
fuck it,
Who are
I'll
you
try
giving
it.
that to?
All right. Roll
I
a
was gonna say, who you
d4
gonna
for
give-
me. All right. You gain 4 temporary hit points.
Oh.
Let's expect that.
Cool. When do they leave me?
On a long rest. They last until you take a
Okay.
long rest.
Alright.
Okay. Not bad. Not bad.
Yeah, minty one was very refreshing.
I'm excited for more of these Terry's chocolate oranges to find out what. Those
Oh
things
yeah,
are.
that's
One
definitely
blue.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. All right. Cool beans. With that, and you guys now set on the path of the adventure, you have reached a milestone. You are now level 8.
Finally.
All right. Hey, I told you at the beginning of the campaign that we were doing milestones and that you could do as many side quests and side dungeons as you wanted. You could earn as much loot as you wanted, but the only way we were going to level is if you hit those milestones.
So who wants to, just putting a proposal out here, if 3 of you donate your level to Lars, I can jump to 11 right now and succeed at skill checks.
Aw.
Just
Wait,
no.
do what now?
Sorry.
You keep cutting out, so I missed it.
Me?
Ours was just being
Yeah,
wise.
you.
Oh, I was just being facetious. I was saying donate me your levels so just you can rush me to 11. But I don't think that's actually a mechanic in D&D. Call me crazy.
All right. So
You're crazy.
next week, we will pick up with the, I'm hoping, acquisition of the giant slaying greatsword, and then who knows? You do have a map that does mark the locations that were mentioned by the Oracle. They are all locations of some significance to giants. They are actually burial mounds of famous giants.
Oh.
Yeah. That is why Harshnag was able to recognize them and mark them down on a map.
God, I already miss Harshnag.
I miss him too. I was pretty, when I read that he was going to sacrifice himself so that you guys could escape, I was like really bummed out about it. Like, but it is what it is. I was also like reading the adventure. I was like, wait. This person shows up at this point in the adventure? Are you serious? Like, I was like, I like went online. I'm like, the adventure says this happens. Is this a misprint? And they're like, nope. And I was like, okay. Well, let's see how it goes. And it went. Nobody died, so that's good. Well, none of you guys died. But you have, I assume, like, you kind of feel the loss of your allies, because you lost Aes and Harshnag to that dungeon.
Mhm.
So,
And I called it. We did not go into that extra door.
and you did not. That's right, because you said that you would get to it the next time, and then
No,
that is
no,
the sure way to
someone
make sure
else
you don't
did.
get into it. Also,
Someone
that
else did,
poor ghost. The poor ghost of the cloud giant did not get his body buried. I think Ias's body is still there somewhere. Yeah.
No,
So
No,
actually, we have her
Ias's body is in the bag.
Okay.
The bag of.
so you
one
got a
the
bag
meaty
of bag of
the meaty-
bones carrying
Yeah.
around with you. All right.
Yeah.
And you now know who Iymrith is. So there's that.
Yeah.
And you have new allies in the cultist of Clouth. So they're like, it's like having a friend with a really nice car. So
Cocaine dealer.
yeah, who knows? But
it's a really nice car, but they are dangerous as fuck.
you guys will need to ask yourselves some hard questions. Do you want to continue to kind of kick around with these low-level side quests, because there's an infinite amount of them, or are you ready to embrace the narrative that is constantly barreling on its own course, and start trying to make right what Iymrith has kind of done? And you got to ask yourselves, how do you want to do it? Obviously, the Oracle kind of pointed in the direction that, if you wanted to find this, well, the two giants that you were allied with, Zephyros and Harshnag, they were like, we got to find the king. If we can find the king, shit can get back together. Cultist also of that same opinion. Oracle says, surefire way to get to the king, go to his kingdom, start looking for him. Only way to get to his kingdom is to get a hold of one of these magic conch shells. It's not like you need a complete set either, so you can go after just one of the conch shells if you're so inclined. But then you got to ask yourself, what flavor giant do you want to take on? You have a history with the fire giants. It's up to you if you want to stay on that theme. I have the maps and materials to run every part of this incredibly huge sandbox game. So if you guys are like, let's take the low-hanging fruit and take out the hill giant leader, she's actually the physically closest one to your current area. She's located south and east of your current location. So, yeah. Not only is she the weakest, but she is the closest. So, kind of keep that in mind. I would say right now the furthest is probably the frost giants. They're really far away. And if you're dealing with the fire giants, if you just go and kill the king, it don't matter how many pieces of the Vonadad they have, because he be dead.
True.
Yeah. So, as far as the stone giants go, you guys don't know a lot about them, so that's kind of a mixed bag. I think you did hear that they were trying to raise like an ancient stone giant lich, so that sounds pretty tricky. Yeah. And then the cloud lady, she might be an easy target if you could track her down and gain access to her castle, because she's not like rocking like an army like all the other giants are. And she's a cloud giant, so you could maybe just use diplomacy on her, because they are very civil. So, that's all stuff that I want you guys to sort of kick around and chat and figure out your next move. The sooner you get me your decision, the nicer the assets can be. if you don't get me the information until the day of, we're stuck with the default Roll20 ones, which hopefully now that you've experienced Roll20 assets firsthand, you understand why we don't use them. But we will use them if we have to. But I would prefer to make you guys much nicer maps and cooler stuff to work with. But I can't really prep this entire campaign because it is tremendously huge in its scope. So, there's so many different paths that you could be taking. All right. On that note, I am going to get some sleep. I hope you guys do as well. If you're around tomorrow, Terry, who is in 2 of the games on our server, is going to try DMing. It's not his first time DMing, but his first time in a long time DMing. So I'm going to try to be a horrible player and make it really difficult for him. So, and we're going to stream it. Yeah. It seems like it's going to be pretty fun. Yeah. All right. Night, guys.
Good night. Thanks for the
Yeah.
game.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Good night, buddy.
Thanks, Crash.
Oh man.